I can't wait 4 days. Or 4 days? Yes, 4 days after today.
Yes.
It says.
I'm so excited. What do you mean you can't start an ad at this time? Yeah. Oh, get rewards by purchasing or gifting subscriptions to StreamBuds while they're live in any category. Huh. Oh yeah, apparently if you sub right now, you can get 3 months of Discord Nitro for free. Of course, you have to spend money in order to sub.
Unless someone gifts you a subscription, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't wait. I can't wait for Slave Princess. I really can't.
I know.
I'm trying to do as much research as I can about.
I'm like, do we know what's different about it yet, or?
There's an expansion on several of the routes.
Hi, Star.
Hang on a sec. I'm on their Discord. I'm checking it out.
No, you're just in time. We literally just started.
It's such a big Discord server. There's so many. Oh no. Oh
hello,
no.
Theo. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yay! Okay, hang on a sec.
Alright, I'm just gonna do socials, and then we can get started. Sorry, Carrot.
Art book.
Oh my god, I want to say the Princess art book.
I think I ordered the collector's edition for Switch. I think I might have that. Maybe not. I don't know if that comes with it.
I know that they're doing that for Potionomics too, for their newest deluxe addiction. Addiction. Edition. They're having like an art book for like the Switch version. I'm like, oh, I love Potionomics, but I'm not sure I want to spend that much. Also, I'm not sure I can at the moment. I don't have the money.
Not it. So hard to find stuff on Discord search engine.
Why is the category art? Because you guys draw magma while I'm reading. And also just like, it feels like fanfiction is art. By the way, new magma link, it should directly to the drawing. Chair, you guys are too early. That, if I spell magma right, that would help. There you go.
I can't find. I'm giving up. I can't find anything on the Discord.
Aw, sorry, Alex. You don't have to stay up if you don't want to. Hello, everybody.
Hello. I think I remember. I do distinctly remember that for Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut, there's going to be an expansion to the Fury chapter, and I'm pretty sure to the Spectre chapter.
Ooh,
or either that, or there's going to be. There might be a new chapter 3. I love the Spectre. Spectre is the top of my tier list.
Yeah, she's so cute.
There might be that there's a new chapter 3 for the Spectre. There's something with the Damsel and Prisoner too, I think. I can't remember.
Prisoner was great.
Prisoner was great. I got weirdly horny about her.
I love that there's just gonna be new stuff to explore. Like, we're just gonna be able to play the game again, because it's been like a year.
I think it's that they planned it so that the release date is literally like almost a year since the game came out.
I was posting stuff on Blue Sky about our stuff, and I rediscovered some Slay the Princess, the cat pussy one.
I saw that, and I'm like,
I'm
oh,
hilarious.
Wow. I mean, you are, but I think the comedy in that one was particularly from
being horny.
Everyone's reactions.
Yes.
The multitude of bonk sound effects.
This time, when we play it, you guys can actually bonk me.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm all ready.
I'm on my way.
Hello, everybody! How are you doing tonight? I see people are already in magma. Lovely, lovely. Cry, did you want me to stream to you so you can listen to the music?
Yes.
Okay.
It's always feels so weird to not have music.
Do you just want the music, or do you want me to see where I'm reading and looking at magma and stuff?
No, I'll see all of it. I'll see all of it.
Cool. I'll just screen my screen for you.
Yeah.
Oh wait, not that one. You need.
No, that's the stream stuff.
You don't need that one.
I don't think I even understand that.
Nope.
Hydrated, irate bitches.
Will
I
do.
heard there was a smack.
Yeah, I got smacked. I'm watching up and Gators check out a game that came out last month called Astrobot, and I'm in love. Ooh. I was just talking before EP, chilling like a villain. Yeah, no, I'm really tired too. I just got off work. We were just talking before this about how I'm really interested in the new game that Mark just played called Life Eater.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. I don't think everyone's gonna enjoy that game.
I like it.
if you see, I feel like it's gonna be like either you find it very off-putting, or you're like, oh wow, this is so interesting. I feel like it's
both for me, but also it's the protagonist looks like Chase.
Oh,
he looks like disgruntled Irish Chase. Speaking of Chase, welcome back to reading Many Roads Diverge, the Jacksepticeye Choose Your Own Adventure. Yep, there's Star going crazy. Alright, so lots of you guys have been here before for choosing our own adventure, as you do. So, do we have any new people who haven't read stuff before here tonight? I'm not sure. If you are, please let us know so we know if we need to read the first chapter or not. Okay, so we do need to read the first chapter. Okay, so, for context...
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
For context, the Choose Your Own Adventure is a... I just started drawing high, and you say, oh, the protagonist looks like Chase.
Yeah, I knew that reaction was coming.
By the way, you guys are all welcome to join our magma session to doodle anything while we draw. I mean, stuff that won't get me banned off Twitch, of course. So don't draw full-on porn or penises. You know. But, I'm super spacey. This is gonna be fun. So, our Choose Your Own Adventure is, written by my lovely partner. And...
That's me.
No booba chat. Tasteful booba. Jesus. So it follows the story of all the Mark egos. No.
It's because you're talking about a Mark playthrough.
No, it's all the Jack egos. They're going to a cabin in the woods. Jack invited him there, but he's too sick to come. So they go in there, and then the main premise of the story is that whoever goes alone first is going to become possessed by Antisepticeye. And then from there, you guys are going to help us choose the routes that we go down. We still have plenty we haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a fun time.
I think it would be cool to have a Marvin route this. Because I think we've only done that once.
Yeah, please. Fucking love the Marvin route.
You're eating, I can tell.
What? No. My model gives me away. Okay.
Oh, they changed the layout of the. No! They changed the layout of the soundboard. I can't find anything.
No! Alright, so let's read the first chapter then, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's the icons. The icons are taking center stage now.
That's
What?
dumb.
They
You're
have
so
fun
good, Alex.
names. Ah.
Was that the bite of 87?
Alrighty. Chapter 1. The others were complaining about it being a long drive, but Chase didn't mind. It was mostly boring. The scenery outside was just empty fields for the longest time. Until they finally got to the forest area that Jack told them about. From there, the roads lost its paving, becoming gravel, and then the dirt it is now. The trees grew closer together, though never close enough to block out the sun completely. It's really pretty, Jackie comments, peering out the passenger side window at the passing trees. Usually autumn leaves are kinda underwhelming, but this is really nice. It looks like a painting. Indeed, ow. Why are we bonking me? I'm stuck in my head! That's amazing!
They wanted to see the cool Halloween bomb.
Yeah. Oh! Does that one work yet?
I have no idea.
I remember I was having trouble with it last time. Nope, there it is. We're good.
Yeah, look, it's all the candy. Trick or treat?
Trick or treat. Oh, I should name it Trick or Treat. I'll fix that during a poll.
I mean, it's kind of like we're asking for the trick or treat, and then they're like, trick.
Trick!
Bonked.
Get bonked, idiot.
Get bonked, idiot.
Anyway,
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Indeed, the vivid, fiery color of the fall leaves are striking. Marvin leans forward into the spot between the two front two seats. Chase, are we there yet? You sound like Sam, Chase mutters. Schneep laughs. He's calling you a child. I got the implication, thanks. Marvin rolls his eyes. But seriously, are we there yet? Do you see a cabin? Chase takes the hand off the wheel to gesture at the forest around them. We have to be close, though. There wasn't anywhere to turn, was there? Not that I saw, Schneep says. Marvin? Jamie? Nah, Marvin mutters. Beside him, JJ shakes his head. Oh, I think it's clearing up. Jackie leans forward. There might be something there. He points at the windshield. Yeah, I think that's it. Chase puts his foot down the gas, speeding up a little bit. The trees part again, revealing a small clearing in the middle of the forest. In the center of this clearing is a house made of red-orange wood with a green tiled roof and wide windows. Whoa, Marvin raised an eyebrow. When Jack said it was a log cabin, I was picturing something more quaint. Well, it had to be big enough for all of us, Chase says. The dirt road curls around the cabin, ending in a space barely big enough for 2 cars to fit. He pulls the car around and parks in that space. Shame Jake? Who's Jake? The woo. He's drawing a lollipop piece stuck to my head. I love that. I'm so sad looking. I'm thinking about the turn. I'm thinking about turning out the light. Ooh, spooky. Favorite character, Jake. Jake from State Farm? What are you doing in my log cabin in the middle of Ireland?
State Farm. I mean, reality is thin there. Who knows what could happen?
Oh, wait, no. I still need to fix my lights out routine.
You just gotta move your like little guy into the light space. Like,
Yeah, I think I have a good way to fix it. Hang on a second. Don't worry about it. It's cause I also have lights off in other places that I just need to turn off. But the problem is I don't know where they are.
you just gotta press every switch, I guess.
Yeah.
Except for the ones over the end of the stream.
Okay, and I think the other one's in bits and folders. This is just like what happens when we were trying to do the video share last week. Where'd it go? Aha, I see. There we go. Okay, cool. And now I just move myself back. The creaking sounds is very spooky.
Creaking from Minecraft?
Oh yeah, that's a new thing.
Yeah, it is. That's why I said it.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. You probably don't keep up with Minecraft
I
news.
do not keep up with Minecraft news. I know about the creaking, but I don't. that's all I know about it.
They have white wood now. They have white trees.
Ooh.
It's very spooky and cool. And I don't understand why there is a subsection of the Minecraft players who are hating on it. But then again, I'm like a builder. I'm such a builder in Minecraft. I just build funny little things. As long-standing viewers will know. So yeah, cool new white wood. I would build so many cool things with that.
I guess the way that this overlay is gonna work is I just like peek in and out of the light.
I'm peeking.
You know what? It works. I think it works.
Yeah.
Me when it won't let me in magma. Here, let me get you an invite. Hopefully that works. This is fine. Okay. Back to the game. And by game, I mean fanfiction.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Where was I?
How many hits does this have on AO3 actually?
Not enough, if you
I don't even
ask me.
know. This was 7 months of my life, guys.
Oh yeah! I did hear that.
Yeah, it basically is, and then you can't destroy it unless you destroy the block that it's come from or something.
Interesting.
Lame.
Shame Jack couldn't come too. Yeah, I feel kind of bad about it. Jackie agrees. Like we were taking advantage of him. JD clears his throat. Everyone turns to look at him and he raises his hand.
176 hits?
Is that good or bad?
That's, well, compared to some of my other work, it's bad.
Oh. Yeah, like I said, clearly not enough. JJ clears his throat. Everyone turns to look at him and he raises his hands and begins signing words. You know Jack would feel worse if we canceled. He is very insistent that we go. Yeah, Chase sighs. Still, sucks at this of all times was the time he got sick. Hope he's feeling better by Halloween. I don't want to miss JJ's birthday, too. JJ smiles. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, shall we head out? Well, it's asking for a referral code. LOL, might just take the L on this one. No! You're supposed to be able to play house with us. Sorry, that's what Sparky says. Come play toys with me.
I mean, I think I know the exact Tumblr post he got that from.
Yeah.
These are fundamentally toys.
Should be invite users.
Hey, you want to know something I found out, like, fairly recently that I've just been thinking about? The show Pretty Little Liars, right?
I've actually never watched that, but yeah.
Me neither, but I for some reason I'm on like a kick now, and I've seen multiple deep dives into it on YouTube. There's a section of Pretty Little Liars where they just all get kidnapped and put in a house and get psychologically tormented, and it's called the Dollhouse arc.
That sounds so wumpy. What?
And then they never mentioned it again in the series.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
Also, Go Pikachu, I think that that should be the invite code officially. I think I was just sending you a link to the drawing instead of an invite. Feels like we're taking advantage of him. He's very insistent and go. Yeah, still sucks of all. I'm sure it'll be fine. So shall we head out? Stop it, Huffle. I will start the Wumpe you about this. Who said always?
Oh, I thought about it.
Always do the Wumpe you. Always.
I thought about it. I thought about scenarios in which they were all kidnapped.
You literally have.
The idea must not create. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to hear it out loud or not.
I'm trying not to create the specific AU because it's been an idea that's been burning in my brain forever, but I have no time to write it between everything else I do. So I'm trying not to officially create it. I just jot stuff down sometimes.
Yeah.
But
it's great.
Yeah, basically.
Did you say always anti on October?
All the way.
I didn't even realize that's how I was doing. I just really like Wump.
I'm always there. Always watching. God. Early anti-appearances were beautiful.
I need more. Anyway, sure. Chase turned off the car, putting the keys in his pocket. Everyone get your own bags out of the trunk. We're not making Jackie carry everything at the beach. The group had talked about taking a vacation out of the city for a while now. It was only a couple weeks ago that Jack remembered his family had a cabin in the Scandrel forest. It suggested that they all go out and spend a few nights there. Everyone had jumped at the chance. It took them a while to arrange everything. Schneep had a hard time finding people to cover his shifts at the hospital, and Chase couldn't have a trip take place on the weekend because then that was when he had custody of his daughter. And to get out of the stream, but fine, I'll draw Chase kidnapped. Fine. Do it. Do it.
You know, people have done that before. You don't have to worry about it.
Hell, I'd draw it all the time.
Do you remember the one Toy story you did where Jackie and Bro got kidnapped and Jackie got the truth serum?
Yeah. That was so much
fun.
That
was great. Yeah. If you guys don't know what Wump is, why are you even here?
Yeah, if you don't know what Wump is, leave.
I'm kidding. We're kidding.
And by the time it finally came for them to go out here, Jack had fallen ill. Still, he insisted the others go without him. I've been there a million times anyways, he said, so they headed out without him. Jackie peers at the trees surrounding him. It's a bit spooky, isn't it? He comments. I guess it's fit for this. It's fit for the time of year. Hey Marvin, is this the kind of place you'd want to live? Marvin pauses halfway through pulling his suitcase out from the trunk. Is that some sort of jab? Well, you're supposed to commune with nature, right? Jackie says. For your witch stuff? I mean, I guess, but I don't like the way you say that. We all respect people's beliefs in this group, Schneep says, even if they are strange. Yeah, Marvin shakes his head, then he chuckles. That's a bit weird coming from the guy who asked Chase if I was his occult friend the first time we met. Schneep goes red. Well, I did not fully understand at the time. You do dress a bit occult, Marvin, JJ adds, gesturing vaguely at Marvin's mostly black outfit. Being a witch and liking gothic fashion are a complete coincidence in my case. Most witches I know actually dress like you, he gestures back at JJ. Speaking with JJ, are all the clothes you brought like that? Chase asks. I mean, they're nice, but what if you want to go on a hike or something? JJ dresses cuff sleeves and vest. I enjoy looking like this. The day JJ wears anything but formal wear is the day hell freezes over, Jackie adds. Now, can we all just head inside? It's kind of chilly out here, he shivers, and I'm the one who brought a hoodie. They all walk to the cabin's front entrance. Schneep pulls out the keys Jack had given them. Everyone had deemed him the least likely to lose them, and locks the door, letting them all in. The interior of the cabin is somewhat rustic in design, but doesn't lack modern conveniences. The front door opens up.
Back in the fucking building again!
Were you waiting for that?
I wasn't crying for once! Bravo, Alex. Excellently done.
Oh my god.
Kudos to Alex.
Back in the building again.
That was amazing. But unlike modern communities, the front door opens up immediately into a wide living room, where the main feature is a circular coffee table that looks like a cross-section of a tree. Oh yes, and the flat screen TV mounted on the wall. Whoa! Chase walks over, examining it in the nearby shelves. Jack didn't mention he had a fucking PS5 here! Wait, really? Jackie also hurries over. No way! And an Xbox? What the shit? JJ rolls his eyes. He walks straight past the living area and towards the staircase in the back of the room, putting down his suitcase aside. The bedrooms upstairs? Yes, that is what Jack said, Schneep confirms. There are only 4, so 2 of us will have to double up. There's also a second bathroom up there. He looks around. The kitchen and dining room are through those arches to the left. And those doors on the right, are, bless you, I think, another bathroom and perhaps a closet. Oh no, wait, this is the closet. He opens a door right by the front entrance. What's the second door over there then? That probably goes to the basement, Marvin says. He walks over to the doors and tries opening them. One swings easily revealing a bathroom beyond, and the other was locked. Oh, well, guess we'll never know. Did the pat work? Sorry, I'm starting to. I want to make sure that you got patted.
Maybe it doesn't work while the lights are off.
No, it should work.
I don't know. I wasn't watching the stream.
I wasn't either.
If you guys didn't
it
see
works.
the
Okay,
pattern,
we're good.
Yay!
Want to make sure we're not wasting channel points.
Oh no.
I hear
Can you guys
sisters in
hear
the
my
distance. Yeah.
No, that's my mom.
Oh.
Hang on a sec. Word.
Well, guess we'll never know. That's fine. We probably do not need to go down there. Jack said that it's storage, laundry, and where the power box is. Oh, is the power on, actually? Jackie asked. He picks up the TV remote from the table and used it to turn on the TV. Great! Now the question is, do we have Wi-Fi? Chase takes out his phone. Yeah, and 3 bars. That's really good for being out in the middle of the forest. You all need to think about things if you're surrounded by a beautiful autumn forest and you're still concerned with the internet, JJ says. Hey, we didn't all grow up in an anti-tech family, Chase says defensively. We're not used to this. JJ laughs silently. That is true. Well, let's put our stuff away. Then we can figure out what to do for our first day. It only takes a few minutes for them to get settled. JJ and Schneep end up sharing the largest bedroom, with Chase, Marvin, and Jackie all getting their own. Chase is pretty sure he got the best room, if not the biggest. The window looked out in the front of the house, giving him a great view of the forest, and the bed was softer than the one he has at home. It's also the closest. It's also the one closest to the upstairs bathroom, so you would get first claim whenever you needed to. Come to think of it, the bathroom was pretty nice. Has pretty nice bath and shower. He hadn't cleaned up for a while since his water at his apartment has been out for a couple days. Hopefully this will be fixed by the time the trip was over. But in the meantime, maybe you should take a shower. Hey! Jackie stops in the open doorway of Chase's room. Are you ready? Because I was thinking about setting up that PS5 and trying it out. Yeah, I won't put away and stuff, Chase says. That does sound fun. Don't let him shower. No! Anything but the shower. So I know we're not doing today.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I had to mute for a second. They were talking about this family business. I didn't want to air my dirty laundry to the world.
They're talking about what?
Family business.
Oh, family business.
Yeah.
Showers are nice. No, I'll let you guys pick. Am I hearing this right? Schneep walks down the hallway and stops next to Jackie. You want to mess around with video games? You can do that at home. Not on this console, Jackie protests. Okay. If you're so excited, that's good. Schneep relents. But it's getting close to dinner time. Before we do anything, we should check out the kitchen. I think Jack mentioned stocking the cabinets with groceries. Or they got stocking the cabin with groceries. But we should be sure. Oh shit, yeah, we need to eat. Chase agrees. Exactly. Schneep nods. This is sort of important, yes? If we have food, we should start cooking. If we do not, we need to drive all the way back into town to pick things up. Chase hesitates. There's a clock hanging on the wall in the bedroom. The time is around 5 o'clock. It's a 90-minute drive back to town. If they don't have groceries, they won't be able to eat until 8 o'clock at least. Oh no, what a nightmare. Says the person who eats consistently at 8:39 on my days when I work.
I had my dinner like an hour ago.
I technically have not eaten most of it. It's fine. I'm stacking.
We all gotta take care of ourselves.
I'm too tired to make choices. Well,
too bad you're gonna. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Why are you here otherwise? Jack said there is food. I'm trusting him on that, Jackie says. And I'm not a great cook anyway. I'll just get the COD set up. What about you, Chase? Chase thinks over his options. He can take a shower, which he was considering earlier, or he can join Jackie in some gaming, or he can check out the kitchen, getting food if they need to, and cooking dinner if they already have stuff. Alright. So this is Clara's first time. We will do a poll. Sorry, I'm making sure I get rid of Discord notification.
Discord,
Howling at the moon.
Sleeping in the middle of a summer
Bad, eat
afternoon.
more. I'll confidently make bad choices. Go to the kitchen, Chase, you need food. Ba-ba-da. Alright, I think the consensus though is if we can, we should not let Chase take a shower. He should be stinky. Alright, so you're gonna play video games or go to the kitchen. Alright, and go.
I also have the option to vote, but I will abstain unless there's a tie.
You should never take a shower with an empty stomach.
Oh no, I'm screwed then. But sometimes I wake up, if I have like early work, I'm like, oh, I can shower and then like eat while I blow dry my hair.
That's fair. No, that's me. Don't call me stinky. Stinky boy, stinky. Scrungly, stinky. Oh shit, we gotta run an ad.
You know, it reminds me of that talk about stinky bastard cat.
Yeah.
No, don't be mean. Don't talk to my man like that. He is not stinky. Canonically, in this story, he's not showered in a while.
Same. I mean, what? Oh, we're doing a Schneep route.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna do an ad.
Yeah.
We're just going to sit and eat.
I think we haven't done Schneep now since like our very first stream of this.
Yeah, we haven't done Schneep in a while.
And then I'm pretty sure in that one they got like so close to the end and then they chickened out at the last moment. They got so close to the best ending.
Yeah.
And then they made the wrong choice at the last moment. He is stink, but it's okay, it's Chase. He is stink in the body, but not stink in the soul.
That's wonderful. So poetic.
Like, you know, you just look at some man and you're like, that's a stinky bastard man. Chase is not that.
No, you're so right.
Well,
And he's a stinky bastard man.
Yeah.
My mom made buffalo chicken sandwiches tonight and it was really good.
Yay. I need to try more chicken sandwiches. For some reason, my brain is like, no. Even though you like chicken and bread, you cannot eat that together.
I probably eat more chicken sandwiches than I should. But they're delicious. I'm gonna give him a hug. He's sad dad, but he's best sad dad. I know not the egos, but I agree with the majority. The only egos are them and them crying, and I have one person to blame for that. Is it me? I hope it's
Is it
not me.
the authors? The many authors?
Do we need to do a JSE crash course real fast for Clara?
I'm pretty sure you can understand this story without needing context.
That's true.
Some of my stories you cannot, or some of my stories you would greatly benefit from context of the original.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them not so much. Especially lately, considering that like a lot of the stuff has been decanonized.
Yeah. Alright, I'm still gonna give the quickest crash course ever.
Just to infodump.
Yeah. And also just...
Yeah.
Hey look, there's me! I made those! Let's use my pictures! No. Alright. So. Welcome to Jacksepticeye lore. So...
Old Jacksepticeye lore. It's no different from Multiverse lore.
Yeah. So number one, this green glitchy dude, his name's Auntie. He is the Anti-Jack. He is we don't know what he is, but he's a demon. He's known for slitting his neck open. He possessed Jack on Halloween 8 years ago? No, 7 years ago?
2016.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah, on Halloween, and it was an amazing event where he like led up to like all these glitches, and Auntie was purely a fan creation until this point. And Jack decided to make him canon and surprise everybody by making it seem like he slit his throat on Halloween. It was great.
Which was iconic. I could write an essay without say goodbye, but I will not.
This guy right here, his name's Chase. He's known for a video called Bro Average, and he is a trickshot YouTuber, and he was supposed to be like an American parody of like Dude Perfect. And in the video, Jack made him really sad. Like, it seems like he's getting a divorce with his wife, Stacy. They probably... Did I say divorce? I thought I said divorce. He's getting divorced with his wife, Stacy. He has kids. And he's kind of become, like, Jack's unofficial favorite, I think. Because he's, like... He has his own video called Chase, where it shows more in depth, like, he's, like, might be evicted out of his house, he's living in his car, he starts, like, stacking up stuff that people thought was, like, a grave, he has a picture of his wife and his kids, and all of a sudden he gets teleported up into a roof. And then there's another video called, Anomaly Found, where Chase is taken into a facility called Iris, and basically... he meets Auntie there, and that's a big thing. Auntie ends up killing everybody. They're like a fucked up evil organization that watches people and has like a camera that can tell your emotions and blah blah blah. It's great. Sorry, what were you saying, Craig?
Auntie and Chase seem to have like some sort of weird relationship. I'm pretty sure he's like haunting him.
And I just want to say that I had Bro and Alt together before that was technically canon, and I am proud of that. Chase is not his fave, he fucking hates him. Look at all the angst he gave him. Listen, man. Listen. As somebody who regularly whumps my fave, that's not the sign of favoritism.
Alex, I promise that's a form of love.
Literally before we did this, me and Cryer roleplay.
Yeah,
and we're doing something for Alt's birthday, and we're in a fight with like Vampire Auntie and Alt, and he rolled a 1 in like our fighting thing, and I was like, Wump though?
Wump?
I know this is his birthday, but can he get a little bit hurt, please? Anyway, okay, so next is my boy Marvin the Magnificent. So I'm also gonna get Alterverse. So, Marvin is an ego that seemed like a joke at first. He wasn't completely, like, canonized until, he didn't have a name for the longest time. He was Jack the Magnificent. But, he was in, like, what we call the Jacksepticeye 10-minute power hour. Yeah, congratulations! I need to do more actual canon art so I can get Susie to follow me. She follows Phantom too. What am I gonna do? Anyway, so he does silly magic, and he's slowly become like his own thing over time. He's known for his iconic cat mask, which you can't even see the right colors here, but it's fine. Here, this one.
Yeah, you're right. Chase is definitely Sean's favorite. Which is so weird because, like, I don't know. My personal favorites are always always like side characters.
So that's
very
Marvin.
rare that I like the main character.
And as of last year, he is officially in a comic book, which is the Alterverse. So Marvin has his own comic called Void Silver, and then also the other guy right here is called Jackie Boy Man. He is a superhero, and he is the biggest massive nerd. Jackie was basically known for so this I always think about the way that the way that Sean got this costume is he was on a band called Ninja Sex Party's song called Cool Patrol, playing a nerd, and there's a sequence where he says you're basically a superhero now, and he dons this outfit, and then to play a really scary game called
Welcome to the game.
Welcome to the game. Yeah, I wanted to say something blah 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 the game. Anyway, to play, he decided to don the outfit as Jackie Boy Man to be brave and be a superhero, and everybody fell in love with him. He was technically the very first ego, because it was the first time that Jack dressed up as somebody and said he was somebody else, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Well, I mean, technically, Angus the Survival Hunter was the very first, if we go by that standard.
yeah.
But, like, who even remembers it? Who?
My friend, Doodle. Doodle loves Angus.
I mean, look, it's better. If you're gonna love any of the Uncanny I think he's the best one, honestly.
Mine favorite is, Sean. From...
That's also a good contender.
Yeah. What was his last name? Bendy and
Flynn.
Ink Machine Sean. Yeah, Sean Flynn, that's right.
Sean. Because he's so freaking Irish.
Yeah. Anyway, and then we have JJ, Jameson Jackson.
Yay! My boy!
Cry's favorite. He is
I
a
love him.
dapper little gentleman, and he is, Ripsy Jack forever, man.
Yeah.
JJ's a dapper little gentleman. He was known for being one of my first ego introductions, actually. I just officially joined the fandom when his video came out.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, I remember one of my first...
longer than you.
One of my first official fan arts that I drew was Auntie. Well, technically, I had just started around October 13th, but I remember it came out the year that I joined.
Yeah.
And I drew a picture of Auntie holding a knife to Jameson's throat and saying, "Welcome, old timer."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you were always... I was gonna say, so you were always like this, but I knew you for
You knew this. Ooh,
Yeah.
werewolf, that's fun. Anyway, so he's a Japanese gentleman.
always like this.
He has been in a couple videos. He was known for being, like, hot, respectively.
What?
The Silver Void video was the first ego video that came out when I was in the fandom. Ooh,
You're
that's a fun
baby.
one.
We're all like a little babies. Watch this. Please say goodbye.
Yeah, play sick. So JJ was known for he being like a cute little Halloween costume that Jack posted on Instagram, and then he had a new video where he's playing like he got sent to the Bast and playing a little guy who has like little slideshows and stuff to talk because it's supposed to be like a silent movie thing, and then it kind of seems like he gets possessed by Auntie in the end. So everybody had canned him as mute, and then that became official, so he's officially he's British and he's mute.
And he's a puppet.
And he's a puppet, because there's one other video that's canonized a lot about Jameson, which is Jameson's Jolly Jaunts. And it with it, and he plays a puppet show, and then near the end he starts to sign help in BSL. And it's confirmed that he's most likely Auntie's puppet.
He's being controlled by him in some way.
Yeah, he's being controlled by him. So lots of puppet themes with him. And then our last boy.
Wait, side note. So you know how like in that video there's like these infamous image of like Jameson, he's all black and white and his eyes are whited out?
Yeah.
I predicted that like years ago when I made like the bad end, like the design for Jameson.
For voice.
Black and white with his eyes. Yeah, voice was black and white, and he had whited out eyes, and that was like years before Jameson's Jolly Jaunts.
You predicted Jameson's Jolly Jaunts. That's amazing.
I did. I was going insane. Anyway, side note. He's my boy. I love him. Someone rescue him. Except also let him be tortured.
the dichotomy. And then, okay, our last boy is our wonderful doctor, the good doctor, Henrik von Schiepelstein. He's in, like, probably the most videos.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he even still beats Chase.
Yeah.
Just because Sean does a very silly German accent with him. He is German. So, if it seems like he's talking straight into the story, that's why. He talks a lot more proper. Yeah, because in early fandom stuff, we all used to write out his accent, and that was bad. It made it so hard to write. And I try not to do his accent because I'm also gonna do it terribly. So.
Bitch, I never wrote out his accent actually.
Well, good for you, because I regret that I ever did. I've erased a lot of it and rewritten a bunch of it. So.
That's so fair. it was just so hard for me to read, so I was like, I'm not gonna write
Yeah.
that.
That's so. I wish that I had thought that. Anyway, so he's known as our good doctor. He's the doctor boy. He is like a surgeon. He seems a little crazy good cuckoo, but he's a good guy. And yeah.
He's friends with Chase. He's canonically friends with Chase.
Canonically friends with Chase, yes. There's one video that's called Kill Jacksepticeye, which was kind of like the most ego interactions we got together, where Schneep ends up, which is kind of not canon now, but we're still clinging that to hope for it. I
hope it's canon, but with Chase instead. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. So in it, Jack is sick, and Schneep comes to take his place. So,
he gives him like a checkup.
Yeah,
and then,
he's
like,
like check up, and then things start going wrong, and gameplay-wise, Jack starts purposely hurting himself for this video that he's making. So it looks like Schneep is accidentally starting to be possessed by Auntie and killing Jack. And
not really, because he goes into coma. It's the whole thing.
He then canonically for years, Jack is in a coma because there's also another video from Chase called Ty, where it basically confirms that this entire time Chase has been playing Jack because Jack is in a coma.
Old ego lore, my beloved.
I know, it's so good!
I saw a video the other day that's like the Markiplier lore explained, and then like someone do that with Jack's old stuff.
Actually,
like,
that's what we're doing for Anomaly Observers. We're making an entire video. We're making an entire video explaining the lore and talking about all sorts of old stuff. I need to record my lives actually because I just got officially part of the voice acting cast. But yeah, hopefully we'll get that out. We want to get it out by Halloween, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And now that the comics are out, but
everyone at me.
Absolutely.
I would
it's
very
still
much enjoy
a lot of work, but yeah.
Say goodbye, change my brain chemistry.
For real, for real. I wonder if we can still add
October 2016.
Yeah.
My beloved.
I'm like, man, I'm wondering if I should have seen if you wanted to be on by the writer, but you're always writing so much.
I'm writing so I don't have time to write other stuff. I don't know. It's like you guys need like fact checking. I could help.
Yeah,
I guess.
Phantom was really on that. Anyway, so Ty, Schneep. Also, Schneep was in a video near the end where it seemed like he's getting into time travel stuff, so we're thinking that he might have a tie-in with the comics. And so now, in terms of Eagle lore, a lot of it is happening in the comics right now, but Jack also plans on doing a podcast, and
a game.
And a game, yeah, the game, there's a game coming out that's called the Overnight Watch, that there's a trailer releasing on the 31st, and hopefully more future stuff. I was planning on making an iceberg video, but after Anomaly Observers, I think I shouldn't because I don't want to do the same. I mean, iceberg videos are different than the explanation video we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, that's the Jacksepticeye lore. So now, hopefully you'll understand a little bit more at the very abridged version. Very, very abridged.
Now, scrap all that from your mind because none of it matters because this isn't AU.
Yeah, and Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, some of them matters, like, Chase is still a dad, Schneep is still a doctor, but, like, there's no, like, overt magic until they came to the cabin. They don't, like, live in a magical world. Thank you very much, teachers.
Yeah, because Martin's usually a magician, and Jackie's usually a superhero. Not here. Jackie's just super strong and athletic, parkourist, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Marvin's into witchy stuff.
Yeah, he's like a
and I love him, my son.
God, witch Marvin.
I love him so much. Alright, so forever ago, we picked to go Schneep route.
To the kitchen.
Chapter 4.
Number one rule of the choose your own adventure. Do not split up unless you are forced to.
Yep.
Number 2 rule of choose your own adventure. Trust your friends. Number 3 rule of choose your own adventure. Listen to Jameson. He's weird. Number 4 rule of choose your own adventure. Don't make any freaking deals.
Oh, Claire, that's so sweet. Me when I'm not in the Jacksepticeye fandom, but I want to support my friend.
Nah.
Also, Jake is handsome. What the fuck? Oh, look at little Auntie Cheese. Also, God, that expression's so good. Me lollipop. Don't kill my kid, please. Wonderful.
Oh man. Wonderful. We love to do it.
Okay. To the kitchen. Thanks, Jackie. I think the food situation is a bit more important, Chase says. Jackie sighs. Yeah, you're probably right. But hey, you can always join later. He turns and heads down the hall, leaving Schneep and Chase there. Thank you, Chase. Schneep says awkwardly. Hey, it's no big deal. You're right. If we don't have food, that's kind of a bummer. Chase leaves the bedroom, closing the door behind him. Besides, if we don't have anything, I'll have to drive all over to town to get groceries. You guys should really pass your driver's test, you know. Schneep shrugs. There's never really been a need for it until now. The two of them head downstairs. Yeah, Europeans.
Points, Europeans.
Ducky has convinced Marvin and JJ to help him out with the PS5, so they're all currently crowded around the TV. Hey guys! Chase waves as he and Schneep walk past. How's it going? Hey Chase, Jackie says. We're teaching JJ how to set up a console. It's not that difficult, Marvin adds, nudging JJ teasingly. JJ rolls his eyes. Alright, I get the picture. Chase laughs as he and Schneep head to the kitchen-dining room combo. The rustic look continues here, though Chase can't help but notice the countertops are made of fancy-looking green marble. Those must cost a fortune. In fact, this whole place probably costs a lot. How did Jack's family have access to this? They weren't that well off. Should I draw green or brown hair or Altiverse Marvin? Yes. I don't know, actually.
Brown. Personally, I've always preferred the brown hair look on the egos.
See, I'm a green hair believer.
Because you were drawing art during that time period. I was not.
I just like...
I've been in the fandom for forever, but I never actually drew art until, like, after I faded.
Yeah. I like it because each screen, when their, like, videos are prominent, is slightly different. So...
I can tell because of Nautical Boys that is what you think.
Yeah. Schneep opens the refrigerator. Ah, good, Jack was right. There is food. He lets out a little breath of relief. That was really worrying you, huh? Chase says, opening the cabinets. Each one was full of dry food. I'd like everything to go as expected. Schneep closes the fridge and opens the attached freezer. It was also full. You know that. Yeah, you get a little, anxious. Chase gives him a small smile, hoping to reassure him. Everything needs to be in control. I'm actually surprised you left the house keys by the door. I did? Schneep pats his pockets. Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. I should probably hold on to those. I would hate to lose Jack's keys. He leaves the kitchen and goes to grab them. Chase walks over the archway, connecting the area to the living room. Jackie and Marvin are now arguing about what to play, while JJ fiddles with the controller. Hey guys! Chase calls. We're good on food. Did you guys want to have... What did you guys want to have for dinner? You already know the foods I like, Marvin says, shrugging. I'm fine with whatever you want to make, JJ adds. It sounds like we may have limited options. We don't want to make a mess, Jackie points out. Is there anything that's easy to clean? Let's check. Chase looks around, turns around and looks through the kitchen again. Schneep joins him. I saw frozen pizzas in here, he says, opening the freezer. Yes, 5 of them. Ah, sweet, 1 for each of us, Chase says. Would that be too messy? Not unless your friends eat like your daughter, Schneep jokes. Hey! Well, that's true. Chase laughs. Pizza it is, then. I don't think 5 could fit in the oven at once, though. We don't need all 5, will we?
5 pizzas for 5 people.
When somebody was mysteriously ill. Too soon. Let me get a ref image. I can't draw good. False. You draw very good. Yeah, We won't need all 5, will we? Chase shuffles through the freezer. Oh, I think each one is our favorite, actually. Look, this one has olives for me. There's Jackie's pineapple, ugh, and Marvin's plain cheese. Jack must have really planned this out. Huh, okay then. I guess everyone will have their own. Who's the least hungry and ready to wait? Before Chase can go in the living room to ask the others, the lights in the kitchen all turn off at once, leaving only the light of the setting sun to illuminate the area. He hears Jackie and Marvin cry out in dismay. Pizza. Nancy returned to the living room. All the time, Jackie complains. Power went out, she says. That's weird. Perhaps it's been a while since the house was used and the fuse box is old, JJ suggests. I can go check, Schneep suggests. Jack said the power was in the basement. He walks over to the basement door, taking the house keys out of his pockets, and does so. After a couple tries, he finds the one to unlock the basement door, which then swings open. Alright. He turns to look back at everyone else. I'll be right back. Hey, I can go with you if you want, Jackie offers. Schneep laughs. It's just a basement. I'm sure the worst that will happen is spiderwebs. Before the others can say anything else, he heads on down. I'll text you if something is strange, he calls, his voice getting farther and farther, echoing up the staircase. I like pineapple on pizza. It's not my favorite, but I will eat it.
I don't like any pizza but cheese pizza.
Pap, pap.
I am a very picky person.
I need more than cheese. It's just too plain for me.
It's the opposite for me. Like, why would you ruin a pizza with topping?
No, it
Clearly, I don't feel that strongly about it. It's just funny. Hyperbolic exaggeration in terms of comedy.
Jackie frowns. I don't like that basement, he mutters. Strange that it was locked.
What happened? What happened? Wait, what?
I just saw Star put in the whore. I was just looking at reading, all of a sudden I see horror. Mushrooms are awesome. I love, my favorite pizza is bacon with mushroom. Or pepperoni and mushroom. I'm hungry.
I see what you mean by reference now.
Amazing. Jackie frowns. I don't like that basement, he mutters. Strange that it was locked. This is more of a vacation home than a real home, JJ says. Of course they would lock everything up when they're not using it. The bedrooms and bathrooms weren't locked, though. That's because the bedrooms and bathrooms only lock from inside, Marvin says. If they lock them, then they have to leave through the windows, and I don't think the ones in the bathroom open up. Jackie sighs. Yeah, you guys are right. I'm probably just being weird because it's October and I'm thinking about horror movies. Yeah, if you're really that worried about Schneep, you can follow him if, even if he said he would be fine, Chase points out. No one's stopping you. I could. Jackie considers. He thinks about it. Totally fair, Alex. I also have sensory issues. That's why I can't eat onions.
I have such a distinct memory of like me and my dad got fried chicken from like a place for dinner one time, and they didn't give me chicken tenders. They gave me like chicken with bones in it, like chicken wings. And I like freaking hated it. It wasn't even just it wasn't even the bones, although the bones were a problem. It was like the texture of all the meat because it's like still attached to the bones.
Yeah.
It's different, it's like slimy, and I was like crying the whole time. It really sucked. Yeah. And then like Dad was like, just eat it, and I was like, I can't control this. And looking back, I don't know if that was any of that was a good thing. He did reorder all the food. I think he was just angry, honestly. A little grumpy.
I hate ketchup. I can't eat anything with ketchup in it.
I also hate ketchup. My family loves ketchup. They love it so much. They love it so much that guess what? They just leave dishes with it out in the sink.
I would yart.
Ugh. it's just the smell of it fills everything, and it's like if you like ketchup, that's fine, whatever. Don't leave it out on unwashed dishes. Ah. Oh, okay, we're doing this now. Okay.
What?
The results of the poll are in.
Ah, good. Yes. Good.
Good. Let the hate flow through you.
I'm
I'm
checking on a Discord server. Apparently at NYC, they were giving their bracelets to people who already were in line.
What does that mean?
So like they had bracelets to go meet Jack, right? People who already met him were giving their bracelets to other people, even though the line got cut off.
I mean, that's nice,
it's
but
nice.
like also,
not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that because the people end up meeting more people than they were scheduled to, and you don't know how exhausted they get.
Mm-hmm. And like there's schedules and stuff like during this for a reason.
Look, here's the thing. I get they want, like, if I had a chance to meet Jack and like I missed because I got cut off in line or couldn't afford the bracelet or whatever, I would be devastated too, and I might even take up the chance to like meet him if someone was like, "Here's the bracelet." But like,
true, but yeah.
In retrospect,
I should mute the server for a little bit so I don't keep getting distracted while I'm reading.
Are we doing something on Sunday, by the way? Do you know that?
No. We could. I was thinking about doing maybe some more description because, Phantom's flying back.
That'd be fair. I feel like Sparky and I will never raw onion. Ooh.
Okay, so we're following Schneep, right?
Yep.
What are you going ooh about?
Nothing.
Swimps. Alright. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Jackie decides. He stands up. I'll be right back. Deep dish is the best way to have pizza. I don't
Too
like
much
all the sauce. Yeah. That's why we're partners.
We're made for each other.
I like crispy pizza. I will literally get like thin crust pizza from like Pizza Hut, and it's like all crispy and stuff.
My favorite pizza place is actually Little Caesars. And like everyone around me is like, ew, why would you like Little Caesars? And I'm like, I don't know, man, that's how my taste is.
That's totally fair. Little Caesars is my favorite because I don't like the cornmeal on the bottom. But
what's not what has cornmeal on the bottom?
Just like that cornmeal like stuff at the bottom of the pizza for Little Caesars.
There's what? What the hell are you talking about?
Like yellow bits at the bottom of the pizza.
That's cheese. What are you talking about cornmeal? I
swear there's cornmeal at the bottom of fucking Little Caesars pizza.
There is not. There is. What are you on? Maybe it's like a different thing in Texas. So where I'm from, there's no cornmeal on Little Caesars pizza.
It's cornmeal. They're cornmeal. They keep the pizza from sticking to the pan. Many people add more flour to their keep it from sticking to the pan. There's like all these like gritty stuff at the bottom of the pizza.
I've never tasted that texture ever. Oh my god, does my
like this stuff!
This
stuff! This is the only thing this Little Caesars does, as the only person I know that does this on their pizza, and since I was a little kid, I've hated it. It's cornmeal.
I have never in my I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't know if that's
look at it.
Sorry, are you something? Are you trying to show me something on your screen? My thing is loading.
Yeah, look right there is cornmeal.
Oh, that! I always thought that was cheese.
I love this stream, reading fanfics and talking about pizza. it's cornmeal. I hate it because I always could feel it in my teeth.
I could never feel it. It was just such a weird thing because, like, I have such a thing about texture on food.
I know. That's why I'm surprised you didn't know about it. I felt like I was being gaslit there for a second. I'm like, I know it was a thing. I've hated it since I was a child.
Well, we do. It's also a thing that we come from different states. So.
Yeah. Alright, go. We need spookier music. This is too upbeat.
It does remind me of Distractable when, like, Mark went to the same high school as Wade, you know, and they had like a tangent in one of the episodes where they were like, where it's like, we got class like t-shirts. Did you not get the class t-shirts? And Mark was like, I have no memory of this place. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
We went to the same school. I know we did not have class t-shirt. It was just hilarious.
I need to listen to more Distractable.
Distractable is real fun. It's gone on for so long now that, like, they built up lore. There's a constitution now.
What? That's amazing.
They appeal to the subreddit constantly.
Why does my pat not stay in the right place?
It's great. I love Distractable. Distractable is a great podcast. I think every episode has been like a banger in like a different way. Except for that, there's one in which I was like, are they actually mad at each other? I can't remember which one it was. But obviously they were not.
Bits where it's like, oh my god, do they actually hate each other? Anyway.
Yeah. It's like Game Grumps, but for the trio.
Yeah.
Basically.
Which I love.
Yeah.
I always love re-listening to Bob's Fridge.
Bob's Fridge is very great.
Also the parkour stories.
I listened to those both on the plane ride to Texas, actually.
Aww.
I had to download them because of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright. We're getting spooky now. Let's go.
We're in spooky. Someone will die. Have fun.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, Jackie decides. He stands up. I'll be right back. Great. Chase nods. See you. See you. I have 2 older brothers. I would know. I have 2 younger brothers. Anyway, Jackie heads for the door, disappearing down the stairs into the basement. You know, he's surprisingly, scared, Marvin says. Why is that surprising? JJ asks. Well, I'm just saying. Only one of us works out regularly. I'm pretty sure Jackie can fight off any threat that he might find down there. A couple minutes pass in silence. Chase plays with the controller. Marvin and JJ start up a conversation solely in sign language. Then, a scream tears through the air. What the fuck? Chase drops the controller. What was... the basement! Marvin gasps, shooting up to his feet. The three of them don't even need to talk. They all run for the basement door. The staircase leading down is dark, so they all take out their phones and turn on the flashlights. Chase leads the way down. There are 14 stairs to the bottom. They meet up with a long hallway. It extends forward for a little bit before opening up into a wide, shadowed space. On the left side of the hallway are 2 doors. On the right side are 3. The nearest door on the right is ajar, a pitch-black room beyond. Chase slowly reaches forward and pushes the door open all the way. The others crowd around behind him, peering over his shoulder. Their flashlight beams dart around the room before settling on the same thing. The light sprawled across the floor. Marvin gasps, Henrik! JJ and Marvin rush forward, but Chase finds himself frozen in place, staring. This couldn't be real. This couldn't be real. But there was no mistaking it. Schneep was lying face down on the floor, unmoving, in a pool of blood. JJ slowly crouches down and feels his neck for a pulse. Nearby, Jackie was sitting on the floor, slumped against the wall, eyelids fluttering. What happened? Marvin's voice shakes. What the hell happened? Suddenly, a crackling sound comes from the corner. Marvin jumps, spinning to point his flashlight in that direction. There's a speaker on the wall, like a school intercom. I'm sorry for ruining your trip, says a voice, distorted and near unhearable from static, but I'm afraid you all must stay here. Who the fuck? Marvin starts to say. This message has been recorded beforehand, so I cannot respond to you. The intercom continues. But I am somewhere nearby. What has happened to your friend will happen to you soon. I let you know so you can enjoy your few last hours. See you soon. And with a squeal of static, the intercom shuts off. What the fuck?
Real Zero gave energy, Auntie. I don't know if you know that.
What? How? What?
Zero Escape is a series of video games.
Pull out the wiki.
In the very first game, they'll wake up into like a strange place, and like they're on like a sinking ship, and and the guy comes on the intercom and is like, "Guys, you gotta escape this place, or you'll all drown."
Interesting.
And he's like, "This is a pre-recorded message."
I cannot respond to you.
They're really good games. The first two are, at least.
Sounds interesting. I might need to look into that.
Yeah.
It's giving
They
999.
are also, yeah, the first game is 999. It is also very weird and bizarre specific. Like, characters will go off on tangents about like high concept scientific theories. It's weird.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I do enjoy them for all their faults.
Just like we enjoyed the Danganronpa games. Anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The two makers of that, the maker of Zero Escape was actually friends with the guy the maker of Danganronpa. They're friends.
That's fun.
Mm. Fun fact for all you weeaboo gaming nerds out there. Sorry now, you weeaboo shits. Okay. We're serious enough. The people have been stabbed. Okay.
The people have been stabbed. What the fuck? Chase breathes. He can't hold his phone steady. The flashlight beam shakes as his hand trembles, but slowly he takes a step forward. Jackie? What happened? Jackie's eyes focus on him. He opens his mouth, trying to say something, but all that comes out is a breathy exhale. Chase hurries over, kneeling on the ground and looking Jackie over. He looks fine at first, but then Chase notices the streaks of blood on the wall. As if something hit it hard and then slid down. He hesitantly reaches out and pulls Jackie away from the wall. His back is covered in blood. Jesus fucking Christ. Norman shakes his head, disbelieving. We have to get the fuck out of here. What happened to Jackie? JJ asks. I don't know. But if I had to guess, someone stabbed him in the back. She doesn't even want to say it. What do we do? I know we should probably get out of here, but let's get out of the basement first. Marvin walks over. Chase, help me carry Jackie. Do we take Schneep too? Chase glances back at the limp body lying on the floor, wincing as he sees the blood again. I don't think... I mean, can either of you carry him? Marvin glances at them. He's a pretty thin guy, but I don't know if I can. They all stare at Schneep for a moment. I think we have to leave him, JJ says, finally putting words to what they all knew, but didn't want to be sure. But didn't want to be true. It's either that or drag him, and that feels worse than leaving. Chase and Marvin nod in agreement. Right. Chase takes a deep breath. Come on, Marvin, help me. The two of them carefully lift Jackie up, draping his arms over their shoulders. They all hurriedly leave the basement, with JJ shutting the door behind them as soon as they reach the first floor again. Chase and Marvin take Jackie over to the sofa and gently lay him down on his stomach. Jackie whimpers slightly as they do so.
What? Is the drawings good?
Stars drawing a Family Guy death pose.
Man!
Is that gonna be Schneep? Womp womp. Anyway.
Womp womp. Oh my god!
I look
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. My foot was on my iPad, not my iPad, my iPhone charger, and I accidentally twitched it and it knocked my tripod over for my phone.
Okay.
I'm okay. I'm good. I
swear. Once I knew you were good, I'm like, okay, this will be fine.
Something just happened.
Hand holding me. funny soundbite.
I love that we're all
God.
on top of the funny sound.
The sound of those was the best idea we ever had, Huffle.
I love it so much.
Alright, we are so...
But I don't think I can add more on this one. I might need to look. I think there's another thing I can look into that's called Mix It Up Bot that might give me some good ones. But Mix It Up Bot always seemed confusing to me, so I'm not sure. Anyway. What do we do about this? Chase cries. We have to call an ambulance and the police, but we're so far from the woods. They have to go so far to get here. We need to find a medical kit of some kind, Marvin decides. Surely there's one in this big-ass cabin. Here, I'll stay here and call emergency. And keep an eye on things. You two go look around. JJ nods. He looks at Chase. We just split up to find one quicker then. No time to waste. Do you want to check upstairs or downstairs?
This is a minor choice. I will not tell you what happens. But I will promise no one will die. Based on this one.
Based on this one.
There, you can choose. There are choices that will lead to death. That's just how. I don't usually like writing character death. That's kind of how the format of a horror choose your own adventure works.
Yeah. All right. So this is a Chase choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Search upstairs.
Most
or
of them
downstairs?
are.
Auntie calling Chase a whore, my masterpiece. Alright, and go!
Oh, wait. Oh.
I'm gonna do a mini ad while we do that.
Sorry about that video. Video sent a message to Strange for hurting Jackie. And it was showed up on a little moderator screen, do you want to allow this comment? Because it says, I'm going to strangle you.
Yeah. I meant to read it, and then I was like, I have to hurry and eat this sandwich. Chase choice.
If any of you guys are fans of RT Game, how are you guys enjoying the Dark Pictures anthology playthrough he's been doing with the other lady? I forgot her name. He's been playing through all the Dark Pictures, which was made by the same
Oh, it's a tie.
Upper Until Dawn. Upstairs, I think would be better, maybe, because I get to talk about some stuff.
Okay. Did you vote?
I did not. I forgot.
Alright, cool. We're the tiebreaker. Make sure to say that when we get back from ads.
Anyway, yeah, RT Games has been playing through the Dark Pictures anthology, which is made by the same people who made Until Dawn. He's been playing through it with one other person because they have a multiplayer feature.
Oh,
they're pretty funny.
Son of Medan and The Quarry.
Man of Medan. The Quarry is something else. He played that years ago. But it is Man of Medan, and then Little Hope is the second one. And then there's one about vampires in Iraq. And then there's the H.H. Holmes one, which is apparently...
Yes, I did like the H.H. Holmes ones.
Oh, fun fact, it's the first game, it's the only game by that studio to have mixed reviews.
Really?
Yeah.
I
And
remember I liked it because I think that... Oh, sorry, please continue what you're saying.
I was going to say RT Games, and I think her name's Miss Cupcakes. They got really bad at the game. They were really
I remember either I started watching Gab play it or Jack play it.
Jack definitely played it. I had vivid memories of Jack playing it. Because I was like, this seems like fun. This seems like a good, scary, killer, sort of Saw.
Yeah, I remember I wanted to watch more of the Dark Anthology ones, but I remember the graphics were a little too real for me. So I
see.
was like a little scared, but I'm getting better with that stuff, so maybe I can give it a try again. But I remember I liked the H.H. Holmes one because at the time I used to play Time Princess.
Time? What the hell is Time Princess?
Okay, so Time Princess is a dress-up fashion game. And stay with me.
Okay, I'm staying with you.
It's a dress-up fashion game, but in it you play as a person who, or you're a girl. I don't think you play another gender. You're a girl who basically discovers her grandmother's stories, and you never made it past Marie Antoinette. That's the first story, Clara. What was I gonna say? So basically, you discover all these stories, and you open up the storybook, and suddenly your character is transported into the story. And the very first story that you play is you and Marie Antoinette, and you have to figure out how to not get yourself killed.
Oh, you have to change history. That's fun.
Yeah, but it's also kind of like a dating sim in a way. Like you there's like choices of who you can like romance, and then that opens up different routes.
Okay.
And now there's like
H.H. Holmes.
well, I was gonna say there's an H.H. Holmes inspired story. I'm pretty sure, like the serial killer
That
in a
is
hotel.
How old were you supposed to be to play this game?
There's not. It has a very cutesy art style. So, but also like 3D graphics. I feel like I have to show you.
Because like, if this is for like children, guys, let's
I don't
play
think
the
it's for
story
children. It's
of
too much.
American
It's too much reading, and nothing's read out loud. So it's definitely not for children.
Yeah.
This is Time Princess. That's like the 3D graphics, but there's also like, I don't know, there's some
Story tier list.
Yeah, this style is my favorite. This is like their storybook style.
It's pretty.
They have like cut scenes and stuff, and there's so many different stories now. Like I've been meaning to get back into it because there's so many different stories. Like there's one that I really love that's about vampires, and I think there's a second one coming out.
Oh yeah, vampires.
And it's really interesting. Like there's one story that was like about somebody that I got really into. That was somebody who could talk to antiques. Which sounds weird. But like antiques like have a soul. It's weird. Anyway. I'm absolutely sure that there was an H. James Holmes adaptation. Because there's also stuff like a retelling of Aladdin, where the girl is, and there's a retelling of Swan Lake, Phantom of the Opera.
These are stories.
Yeah.
I think it's not historical. Why is it called Time Princess?
It was called something else at first, but now it's called Time Princess.
Alright, well.
Anyway, yes! H.H. Holmes! I knew it! There was an H.H. Holmes story!
Woo! Dictatory! Oh no,
and Have You Seen Claudia? That's right! That was such a good story! Anyway, that's why I was really into the H.H. Holmes one, because I'd already played the story, and this is one of the ones I loved from Time Princess. Anyway.
Where are we? Oh yeah, we're searching for a medical kit.
We were tied, and we were on a break when we decided that Kaya's gonna break the tie. We're going upstairs.
Yeah. What is? Okay. My mom in the distance. Oh yeah! Yay!
Alright, you have chosen check upstairs. I'll check upstairs, Chase offers. JJ nods. Shout if you need anything, if you find anything, or if anything happens. Will do. And Chase turns and runs upstairs. This is where the bathrooms were. Or bedrooms were, and the bathroom. Where would there be medical supplies? Maybe Schneep brought some for the trip. He's responsible like that. Or was responsible like that. Chase's heart aches as he thinks that. But it still seems like a good place to start. He runs down the hall to the bedroom where Schneep and JJ were staying. It's the largest one, and the only one with 2 beds. Twin size, though, not full size like the other rooms. Schneep and JJ put their bags in the base of their claimed beds. Chase heads straight for Schneep's bag. It feels like a little wrong to start digging through his stuff, but this is an emergency. He searches frantically, but finds nothing except clothes. Shit, he curses. He's wasting time. Looking around, he notices that there's a dresser in between the 2 beds. Maybe there's something in there? He hurries over, opening up the drawers, but nope. Damn it! He shouts. He spins around. And as he does, his foot goes wide, knocking over a garbage can next to the dresser. Something clatters loudly, and little white spheres come spilling out of the can. Confused, Chase bends over, riding the can, and looks inside. There's a bottle. He reaches in and picks it up, looking at the label. Zyprexia? Isn't that Schneep's medication? Why is this in the trash can? He looks at the floor. Little white spheres are pills. Judging by how many there are, this is a full bottle. Strange. Why is there a full bottle of medication in a trash can? Isn't that sort of important? Well, it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? Chase puts the bottle back in the trash and leaves, not bothering to clear the pills. He instead runs over to the bathroom. He usually keeps band-aids and such in his own bathroom in his apartment, but as he tears through the cabinets here, he doesn't find anything. Panic swells in his chest. He doesn't know where to look. What if he runs down the upstairs hallway and down the stairs, needing to check on the situation? As he reaches the living room, he sees Marvin talking on the phone while JJ presses a handful of gauze to the stab wound on Jackie's back, having taken off his shirt and hoodie to get access. JJ looks at Chase. He jerks his head towards Jackie's own head, where a sort of go here gesture. Chase is relieved to see that it hasn't gotten worse, but the relief is short-lived and he realizes it hasn't gotten much better either. He rushes over. Right, you're supposed to keep people's heads elevated when they're injured. Something like that. He gently lifts Jackie's head, putting an arm underneath to support it. JJ nods encouragingly as Jackie groans. Okay, Marvin is saying, nodding as he listens to the voice on the phone. Yeah, we can handle that. How soon can they be here? What? No, I know, it's just... I'm calm! He was clearly not calm. Just tell them to hurry. We're not experts. I mean, our other friend, but he's not... I am calm! Sorry. Yeah, that'll be... Huh? He takes the phone away from his ear. The call just dropped. While you're reading, I'm the most dramatic shit. I'm drawing dumb memes. Welcome to the dichotomy of the stream. 2 emergency services? Chase asked. That's strange. It's fine. We got all the good information, though. Marvin says, they'll be here as soon as possible, which, with how far we are from anything, means 45 to 90 minutes. After the bleeding slows down, we need to clean and pack the wound. Pack? It's okay. I know how to do that. Schneep talked about it once. Marvin shudders. Not pleasant, but I mean, we don't have a lot of options here. I guess that's true. The whole situation is surreal. Chase looks down at Jackie's face. His eyes are half-lidded and glazed over, but he's not losing consciousness. Well, JJ? How's the bleeding? JJ briefly lifts up the gauze and then goes pale and replaces it, shaking his head. Bad then, Marvin guesses. This might take a while for it to slow. He pauses, his eyes glazing over as well. What the fuck are we supposed to do? Is this really the time for this? Chase asks, glancing down at Jackie. No, I know, but fuck, Chase, Henrik is dead. There's a guy out here hunting us. It's going to take an hour or more for police to get here. What the fuck are we supposed to do while we wait? I mean, Chase stammers. We can try to hold up in a room somewhere, or I still have the car keys. We can go into the car. If something happens, we can drive out of there. JJ shakes his head. His hands are too busy to talk, but he looks at Jackie meaningfully. Yeah, I know we probably shouldn't move Jackie, but I think we have to. Jay says, look at this shit. He gestures around the whole open living room. The murderer can run right up to us and we won't have any cover. JJ sighs. He nods, relenting. I guess both options of hiding are good. Mara says slowly, but Which is better? Wait, what happened to the pizza? They never put it in. The lights went out before they could actually make the pizza.
Yeah, no pizza this time because they.
I know. Usually we're so used to them having pizza.
Oh. And is it choice time?
Yeah.
All right. While you set that up, I'm going to talk about this section here because I think this is the only section that I'm like not entirely satisfied with.
Really? I think it's good.
Well, I mean, yeah, I like it, but like it comes down specifically to the reveal of like Schneep's like pills.
Yeah.
Because like, look, I think like it doesn't really tie into much in retrospect. Like, I wanted to do like a red herring.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, he's off his medication. That's why he's going crazy and kill people. But no, it's possession because people who have mental illness don't kill people. Sort of like subverting horror movie tropes. That harmful horror movie tropes.
Yeah.
Party canceled.
Pizza party canceled?
Yeah. But like in retrospect, like I said, it doesn't really tie into much other than like a slight red herring. And like if you didn't know about that horror trope, I don't think much out of the scene.
Hello, drawing Chase and Stacey so much. They're so cute. Congrats.
Aww. Anyway, yeah. Bonus points to anyone who like got curious and like Google what Zyprexia does.
Alright, we're going to a room.
Ooh. I am curious about your reasoning because I'm pretty sure when we did this like exact route in the Choose Your Own Adventure. I'm pretty sure it was close to timed. Don't quote me on that.
Alright, I'm gonna go finish up the camera pretty fast.
No. And you guys listen to Epic? How do you feel about new songs coming out on Halloween?
Yeah, on Halloween! I'm gonna be working!
Halloween? No.
But actually, we'll probably be able to watch the live stream together. Because he usually does it the day before release. Like right before midnight. So on the 30th.
I would love to
actually,
watch it, actually.
I'll watch the live stream together this time.
That'll be fun. Do I have anything on... It's a Wednesday night, which means it is possible that we're... Oh, no, it's not. Is it? Because, you know, I not caught up on the Epic news. Basically, second to last saga coming out on Halloween.
Vengeance Saga, baby!
Baby!
There's gonna be Charybdis and Get in the Water. I'm so excited for fucking Get in the Water.
Anyway, I told you I might have both studies.
I shook my head and died, and you were just like, anyway. Like, okay. Be crazy, girlfriend.
I mean, like, I haven't heard samples from Get in the Water, so maybe I will also be fully decided.
Also, sorry if I don't draw too much on Magma. I have a big commission. I have to get the Ultraverse merch. Fair and true.
Fair and true.
I went to get I got the crew neck, and I put it on a firm.
You put it on a what?
A firm? It's a way to pay in smaller installments.
Oh, yeah, I had one of those once.
I pay $20 every 2 weeks.
Then I found out that, like, I tell you about me. A lot of the time my Adobe account thought I was laundering money.
They thought you were out of money?
Laundering money.
What? Really?
No, not really. I think they thought I would fall in for a laundering scheme. Because,
oh, okay. Not that you were the launderer.
Yeah. Because like in college,
Thanks for coming, Vio. Love you.
Love you.
Have a good night.
Good night. What are we talking about? I had like at two the washers and dryers. Bye. The washers and dryers for my college dorms. They run on an app. You had to pay for an app. It was the stupidest thing ever and filled me with rage. Anyway, yeah. So like they would just like regularly see like every like week or so like $4 and $1 installments. And then when I did one of those like payment plan things at the same time, they were like, "Oh, this is two things like this. This is suspicious."
Yeah.
And they were like, "We're not going to allow you to buy anything now."
That's so
weird. I had to like call them and be like, "Guys, that was me.
I'm doing my laundry.
I'm doing my laundry. It says laundry because it's laundry."
It's not actually laundering money.
Which, fun fact, that is where the term comes from, because you gotta clean the money.
Oh.
You gotta make it clean.
I had the stupidest thought about how money laundering worked. I just always thought that it was like, I'm gonna feel real stupid.
It's fine, we've all...
I always thought that meant that they had a front, and it was usually a laundry place.
And like, that's where they clean the money?
Cleaning money was never in my head. I always thought it was like a mafia thing where like mafias have like fronts, you know?
Yeah.
So money laundering was at laundromats.
I could look, honestly, it's not the craziest thing I've ever heard you believe.
That's true. I've said some really out of pocket shit.
Well, I was visiting in Texas. You put the wax on the apples instead of the sheets.
Okay, guys, here's a quick story from when Cry came to visit me. Alright, so...
Quick stories this stream.
We had... My mom decided to be really sweet and knows that I like caramel apples. So my mom bought us stuff to make a caramel apple. And I was following the instructions on the back of the caramel melts that I got. Which were like really cute, like little beads of caramel that were easier to melt. Instead of like those big chunks, right? So... I found out while Cry is here that I have my love language is acts of service, so I went to go make the caramel apples for them because they were writing and playing games on their computer.
Coherent Kingdom.
Yeah, Coherent Kingdom. They're playing Coherent Kingdom. So I was like, I want to go make it for them. So, but also or at least get it started because we would end up turning the caramel together. So it said on the instructions to put cooking oil on... I used to play Coherent Kingdom, but not anymore. Ever since this fucking K-pop stuff. Anyway,
I've stuck through it. It's on cost fallacy at this point. I don't buy anything though.
I bought way too much when I played Coherent Kingdom. That too. I'm so much more financially responsible.
That too. I'm like, I can't afford that.
That's also kind of why I stopped playing Time Princess, because sometimes I would spend money over there too for cute outfits. Anyway, I'm getting Chase Cookie. I'm getting distracted. Anyway, so I was supposed to put cooking oil on the fucking
wax paper
to make sure that the apples, when the caramel went down, didn't stick to the paper. The way that it was worded was weird though, so I ended up spraying the apples with cooking spray. I still need to play Shiny Nikki. Or not Shiny Nikki, or the new, like, the open world thing. Anyway.
Thank you, Alex.
Anyway, so we went to go spin the caramel on the apples, and it all kept slipping off.
I think I made a comment like they're weirdly shiny or something.
What?
Did I make like a comment like these apples are really shiny?
Yeah.
Or was that just in my head? Okay.
Something like that. Like, So all the caramels started falling off, and I was like, wait, was I not supposed to cooking spray the apples? And Cry was like, what? I was like, I think I put a cookie spray. I'm gonna wash these off. Actually, I'm gonna throw these apples away. We have plenty of apples. And use the rest of the caramels, because now these caramels probably taste like cooking spray. Which, the only cookie spray that we had, like, it probably would have been fine if it was like a butter substitute spray, right? No, the only cookie spray we had was olive oil. So, needless to say, that was a fail. And I'm a dumbass sometimes.
To be fair, I am also a dumbass sometimes. Like, at my work, we have like this fake safe, and I was like, God, the safe is stuck. I can't open the safe. I was turning the knob the other direction.
I've done that before.
I had to call. I called in the manager.
Oh
no! He was like, okay, I'll test it out, and then he put in the code, and he turned it, and he opened it, and I was like, wait, it turns that way.
Oh
so,
boy.
we can. Everyone can be a bit of a dumbass sometimes. That's why they're called brain cards.
Yeah. All right. We're hiding in the room.
Hide from a serial killer.
We're looking in. We're getting serious. All right. Okay. I got it. Marvin takes a deep breath. It'll be hard to take care of Jackie. What? Uh-huh.
Anthony would say you would have liked H.H. Holmes.
Yeah, he would. Maybe they were contemporary buddies.
I don't know what time that actually might... Wait.
I think H.H. Holmes was in the, like... I feel like he was in the 20s.
Hold on a second.
No,
it was the 1890s.
Damn it! So close.
Okay. So close. Anyway.
It'll be hard to take care of Chase while in a car. Or not Chase, Jackie. You're Chase. He needs to keep laying down, and there's not much room to do that in there. Right, Chase nods. The car seat's pretty narrow. So's a sofa. A bed would be better. Can we handle getting him up the stairs to the bedroom? Yeah, we can do that. JD lifts up the gauze. Then he puts it down to sign. I think the bleeding has slowed down. Good, Marvin nods. Now we just need to clean and pack the wound, then we can move him. That takes a couple minutes. Even as they work, the three of them can't help but glance around. The wide, open, many entrance living room is exposing. Being in here is nerve-wracking. Chase finds his eyes drifting towards the basement door more than once, expecting the attacker to burst through at any moment. I think this is good, Marvin steps back, or as good as we can do. It'll last until the police can get here. He takes a deep breath. Now we move. Chase, help me, JJ says. Jackie is half leaning on him, a bandage wrapped around his chest. No problem. Chase spares a moment to grab the medical kit and Jackie's hoodie. Maybe he'll want to put it back on when he's recovered more, and helps JJ lift Jackie to his feet. Up the stairs we go. It's slow going, but after a couple minutes, they make it. Without even talking, they head to Jackie's room near the end of the hall. It's the smallest one, barely big enough for a bed, a small wardrobe, and a desk with a chair, but they all find somewhere to fit. As soon as everyone's in, Marvin locks the door. JJ and Chase gently lower Jackie onto the bed. Put him on his side, Chase says. That's supposed to be good. JJ nods. The two of them step back. How long until the police get here? 90 minutes? Do we just wait here until then? Yeah, that was the plan, Marvin says. But what if the guy tries to get in? Chase whispers, setting the kit and Jackie's hoodie down on the desk. Lock the door? JJ suggests. Chase tries to push the desk, then the wardrobe. He shakes his head. I think they're bolted down. Weird. What? Okay. Marvin looks confused. We could go out the window? We can't get Jackie out of a 2-story window. As if on cue, Jackie groans and raises his head slightly. Huh? This is a funny noise. Jackie! What? What's happening? What? Who are you people?
A blood loss.
Yeah. Jackie! Chase gasps. He kneels by the side of the bed. How are you? How do you feel? Bad. Jackie closes his eyes. JJ reaches forward and snaps his fingers in front of his face, making him open his eyes again. Don't do that. Don't close your eyes, JJ says. You're not supposed to close your eyes like this. Wait, Marvin holds up a hand. Did you guys hear that? Everyone goes silent. And that's when they hear footsteps walking down the hallway. Chase inhales slightly. JD leaps forward as if trying to hide Jackie behind him. The footsteps get closer. They can hear the bathroom door opening, then closing again. Marvin and Chase back away towards the window. The footsteps stop right outside the door. Silence follows, deep and deafening. Then it is broken as the doorknob jingles, clattering as it tries to turn despite the knock. Lock? It clatters loudly, then stops abruptly. A strange scraping sound drifts through the wood of the door. Bang, bang, bang! JD jumps back. Chase covers his mouth and swallows a scream in his throat. Whoever's on the other side of the door is banging on it, trying to break it down. And it might work. With each impact, the door rattles in its frame. Marvin looks around the room, eyes wide with panic. Now what? He asks in sign language, not wanting to say anything out loud. We came up here to hide it out, JJ says. Surely they can't get in. There's not even a lock on the other side. We can wait. But as he said that, the banging on the door just gets louder, his face growing paler with every echoing bang. What if they do get in? Marvin asks. We can't get Jackie out of here. This was a bad idea. Jackie groans again. Guys, he whispers, it's... Chase shuts him. Shh, save your strength. He whispers, no, you need to know. Jackie is breathing heavily. Schneep attacked me. The other three go silent, identical expression of disbelief on their face. He wouldn't do that, JJ sighed slowly. He did. Jackie says quietly. Open the door. You'll see his strength fades and he's put his head back down. The banging sound on the door is joined by a strange thunking, like someone is throwing themselves against the wood. Doorknob rattles. Marvin shivers. We can't open the door, he says. Can we? Chase presses his hands against his ears. It's hard to know what to do. What do they do? It's voting time!
I feel like this music was very appropriate for this, very tense.
That was really fun to read. I love being able to get dramatic.
Hell yeah. Nice.
And go!
And go!
Water.
I need to get water.
Go do that. I want you guys to know. Ow! I want you to know that I got hit with a water bottle. I want you guys to know that my comics are sitting on my bed, and I have not had a chance to read them. I'm going insane.
Are you okay?
Yeah, my fucking tripod fell off again.
Ooh,
open the door, okay. Someone wants to see Sneepy.
Something just happened.
Are you gonna do that every time I accidentally duck over my thing? It's because this wire goes down too low and my foot keeps catching on it. Okay. Totally.
Tumblr post I just found. Esoteric form of roleplay, where instead of actually roleplaying, you just make up characters together and discuss in abstract how they'd interact and how their story would go.
It sounds like what roleplaying has been for me and Sparky lately, because he doesn't have the energy.
You guys just discuss about what could happen.
Alright, so we're opening the door. 68. That's a badass little chibi chase.
Hell yeah.
Are you ever going to spoofify your avatar, Huffle? Oh, I totally could, actually. Hang on.
I technically have a spooky version of my PNG that I don't think I've ever sent to Huffle. Because Huffle drew the space one, and then I, like, did a couple, like, different versions.
Oh, yeah! Anyway, this is Unreal. Hi. This is my dark. Her model's a little more,
Jank.
janky, yeah.
Oh, she has little thingies. I never noticed that.
She does have fangies. Actually, her model isn't too bad. It's just her hoodie's kind of everywhere. And also, I don't think she can hold Marvin. Let me see. She can't hold Marvin. I just made her arm disappear.
She has no love in her heart. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, she wouldn't care about what Marvin's doing or holding Marvin. She would get him all inky.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure how many of you guys actually know who Unreal is. Ow! Lollipops! So, just like Auntie is, fucking, Jack Stark, Unreal's mine.
There's also, Dark, who is Mark Stark.
Yeah, but I was trying to use a Jacksepticeye thing. But yeah, just like Marcus, Mark Flyers. I'm just looking at how jank this model is.
You guys were not around in, like, the 2010s for, like, the dark YouTuber boom.
Yeah.
Did you even live?
So,
It happened often enough that people started making their own versions, hence Unreal, I think. Is that right?
Yeah. Unreal was made in 2018? 2017? Basically she was, there was a thing called Puppet Week that was, like, right after, like, the first year or so that I was into the fandom, and, like, a bunch of, like, other, what's it called? Tumblr blogs I was following. Like, we're doing, like, answering, like, Jacksepticeye questions and stuff, and, like, they were putting, like, spooky, like, Zalgo text underneath, and, like, what's it called? Just, like, pretending to be, like, an alter ego, and I'm like, I would love to do that with Unreal, and at the time I was working on Build-A-Bear, and I didn't have a lot, and I hadn't met any of you guys yet.
Yeah.
So, I, was playing around, and I just decided I want to make a spooky persona, and then some of the people who followed my blog were like, well, what if she was, like, inky? And I was like, oh my god, when I was in college, I used to hate my printmaking class because I hate the feeling of ink on me, like printing ink. It's terrible. It gets everywhere. I also hate the feeling of oil paint.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah. God, she'd be really good if I could just fix her shoulders. I think her shoulders are the worst part of this right now. Yeah, it's my Build-A-Bear era. So, I remember, like, I was kind of depressed at the time, and I didn't have a lot of friends, so I just decided to make Unreal, and, so she became my dark persona. She's kind of like, at first she was, like, born from my obsession of knowing about Auntie, and, like, looking into things I'm not supposed to, and then she's, like, became my depression and my dark thoughts, blah, 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 you know. And, over the years, like, I've roleplayed as her a lot, and I used to write stories for people. Like, they would come into my blog, and I would actually write her, like, writing out their nightmares. So, like, she's all about, like, illusions and making stuff out of ink, and hypnosis with her eyes are like this. And, she always cries ink, always. I hate that on my model I can't get, like, her ink track, because her face is always supposed to be just, like, completely messy ink. And how you know that I'm being possessed is when you have these patches of ink on you. And,
StreamBuds' dark persona lore is insane.
Yeah.
I have them too. I'm thinking about changing the name of them. So
Of Nega? Yeah.
yeah, because like I know maybe it's just that like I've run in a lot of edgy circles, or like
Yeah.
I've seen too many edgy YouTube videos. But they're like, Nega, you know what that sounds like? A slur.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of like ruined it for me. The original name was Auron,
Really?
and
Ooh.
I'm thinking about going back to that. It's because like I go by the name Brigid on some social
Oh,
media, and Auron is also a Celtic god, so it kind of like matched up.
Huh. I'm sitting here really thinking I should work on this model again for Spooky. But I'd have to like do her voice, and I don't have her voice mod anymore. So she
You don't
speaks like,
have her voice.
huh? I mean, yeah.
She's like the model exists without her voice.
That's true. The way that I do Auntie's voice is kind of cinematic of Unreal's voice. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I know dark personas are kind of cringy, but honestly, having Unreal around since like 2015 or not 2015, 2017 has really helped me mentally. Like, I've talked about her with several therapists, and they're all like, that's a really great idea, actually, to have your darker thoughts or your unwanted thoughts, your intrusive thoughts, which is kind of what Unreal's becoming now. Instead of just depression, she's also my intrusive thoughts. It's really good because it separates them from you, and you kind of can, like, you know.
For me personally, I found it helps to like talk.
Yeah, exactly. You
out.
personify it, and it gives you like a chance to like see it outside of yourself, you know? And honestly, I used to get really bad intrusive thoughts, which was like, I would think of stuff that would scare me constantly, and then I wouldn't be able to sleep. And it's time I went to my therapist, and he suggested, like, imagine you're at a restaurant, and they keep serving you tortilla chips, and you don't want any more tortilla chips. And for some reason, that just gave me the thought of, well, Unreal gives me all these bad thoughts. What if I just imagine just, like, shoving her face back, or, like, punching her in the face every time it happens? And it worked. It fucking worked. And so every time I have like those kind of thoughts, I'm just like, Unreal, get the fuck out of here. And like she can be kind of whiny, and like, anyway, I don't use her as much anymore, but I love her.
Yeah,
she's great. And also like make mine Blorbos, because she also has a sister who's my light, who's named Ren, and she has like a whole big complicated backstory now that deals with like personal shit of mine that I'm not sure I should talk about on a stream. But anyway, that's Unreal.
Yeah.
I'll put on my spooky eyes, but I can't stand her jank model right now.
That's so fair.
There's her eyes.
Well,
there we go.
Yeah,
go make a dark persona, and I'll give you guys spooky eyes.
Dark personas are very good, I think, for the soul. And they're also just fun.
They are. No, it's super fun to make. Also, I forgot to say that Unreal's name comes from, it's an anagram of my name. So, for those who don't know, my name's not actually Huffle. My real name's Lauren. So, Unreal is, which is actually so weird, because there's a time during Tumblr like stuff where people would actually call me by my real name, and now that just weirds me out. I'm like, don't call me my real name. I am Huffle to you only. Shut up, Claire. You're only saying that because you know me IRL. Thank you. Anyway, so I got distracted for a second. I never knew you had an actual name. I know, right? Anyway, so one of my followers suggested that, because I was trying to think of a good name for a dark, and they were like, how about an anagram of your name? Because they would just call me Lauren, and I was like, oh, what's an anagram of Lauren? It's like Unreal. I was like, that's actually so funny, because I used to have an old toxic friend of mine. I remember we made dark personas of ourselves back then too, and because we had to do it for like an opposite day class thing. and they like
That's
actually
very
made,
strange.
yeah, like we had to do like an opposite day, like make your opposite person, which I remember was really weird for me because I ended up making, like, it's really weird in retrospect because I ended up making myself black.
What?
Yeah, I drew myself with dark skin and blonde hair and named myself Noral.
I mean, I guess, how old were you?
I was kindergarten, first grade.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense
Yeah.
why a kid would interpret that way.
It was weird. It was a weird assignment.
You know what's happened to a drow from D&D?
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I want to use cheese, but I'm okay with people calling me, Elian? Except besides Star, honestly. If any of you guys call me Lauren, I will kill you. Do not call me Lauren.
Never refer to me, ever.
Do not refer to me. I'm only Huffle. And now we have to go through an ad break.
Oh, that's good, because I didn't actually get water. I need to get water.
Yeah, I can have to pee.
Yeah. Alright, chat.
But now I'm just sitting here thinking like, I need to work on my model again. I just finished working on my hair again. This model, I guess this is my only chance because I already paid for this month. So many pats.
So many pets. So many pets. Okay, I go get water.
Go get water.
I go get water.
I got the chat.
And the lights.
Hi, chat. Would you enjoy learning Unreal Huffle lore? I didn't work on my October challenge stuff. I didn't get to work on anything. Past couple days, because I've been so busy at work. I made some awesome paintings. I was actually working on something before I stopped work today, but then a family came in and there's an adorable little kid that was painting. Yeah, Claire, you can only call me Huffle now. You can't ever refer to me. Ever. Never refer to me. Just kidding, this isn't mean. Magnus Post? Oh, okay. Oh, so many things. Ah! 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 Oh! Ah! You drew my baby! You guys drew Unreal! Yee! I haven't got an Unreal fan on in so long. Look at my inky child! Fun fact about Unreal, I'm actually wearing the hoodie that I gave her model. And I draw her with her shoulder, like, what's it called? Her shoulder, off shoulder, because in lore, the ink appears on her skin, and it's supposed to, like, bloom like marker ink. Or like watercolor in water. Like it blooms on the skin.
This Wednesday, October 23rd, go buy the first ink up for the Princess.
Thank you, Cry.
I know. Did I interrupt anything? I just wanted to be like come in with promotion.
I was talking about more Unreal stuff because they did Star and Clara drew her.
Aww.
And I was explaining that I'm literally wearing the jacket that I drew her model in. And I always draw her with her hoodie off her shoulder because number one, she needs access to skin in order to use her ink, because the ink blooms on her skin. So, like, usually it's, like, the hands, but also, like, having patches on her arm and stuff is good. And I'm usually wearing ripped jeans, so, like, she likes having stuff there. And I've also drawn her once, like, pulling her teeth open to try to get... Because the lore is my blood turns into ink when she possesses me.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I have, like, one drawing of her, like, actually, like, trying to, like, bite into my arm to get more ink. Finally, Huffledork has a gun. But also, I've worn my hoodies like that for years. I just always let one shoulder fall off. And it's driven my mom crazy since I was a teenager. And so it works for Unreal's, like, and that's also why I draw Alt in his Impulse jacket, also off his, because he has a slut shirt on with, like, the high tank top turtleneck. I just want to show that off. But also because I do that.
Enjoy Alt's outfit, Alt's Impulse outfit.
It's so much fun to draw, man. He totally looks like a slut in it, and I love it.
It would be so funny if he didn't even know that that's what this shirt meant.
I feel like he doesn't. He has no idea. He's like, why are you guys freaking out?
There's like a specific group of people who are like, the new supervillain is so hot. Have you seen what he was wearing? And he's like, what? What does this mean?
He's like, why are people calling me hot? I'm a villain.
Oh,
Alt, my sweet baby boy.
Yeah. Look, Alt, I was once like that as well. And then I took a class about vampires that was horribly taught, but which opened my eyes to the fact that people really do find darkness attractive.
I was seriously crushing on Andy when I first got into the fandom, so yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I'm the type of person to find darkness attractive.
And that's so fair. You do you.
I know, I can get it, but it's not for me.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I just, the perceived danger.
It's about the power.
It's like, it's fun to think about in fiction and not in reality.
Yeah, it's like, obviously this is not how someone like this would be in real life,
Yeah.
but if they were, like, hot and like, cared about me...
That is fine. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's open the door!
We're opening the door. I wonder who's on the other side. I wonder if someone will get stabbed.
I wonder.
I mean, I know.
We should do it, JJ says. We can take it by surprise. Chase and Marvin exchange uneasy glances. Neither of them really want to do it, but they don't have a better idea. Chase nods and goes to stand by the door. He reaches out for the doorknob, stopping a couple inches away, and holds up 3 fingers. Marvin and JJ understand instantly. They join him by the side of the door, which is shaking intently as the banging increases. 3, 2, 1, go! Chase unlocks the door and throws it open. Smack! Someone shouts in pain as the door swings outwards and hits them. Something clatters to the floor. Marvin and Chase move before the sound fades, grabbing the man outside the door and pulling him in. I got it! Chase says, grabbing the man's arm and pinning him then behind his back while the man struggles. Marvin grabs the man's shoulders to hold him in place. His eyes widen. No way, he whispers. The man's face is covered by a blue surgical mask. Marvin reaches out and pulls it away, confirming what Jackie told them. The man attacking them has been Schneep the whole time. Holy shit! Chase gasps. Schneep? What the hell? I told you, Jackie says weakly from the bed. JD darts into the hall and picks up the object that fell to the floor. Knife. He runs back into the room, goes across to the window, opens it up and throws the knife out. Then he spins around back to the others. Henrik, what are you doing? He demands. How are you alive? Sheep doesn't answer. He's breathing heavily, mouth opening and closing but not making any sound. His body is trembling. Come on, man, Chase says. What's going on? Did you really stab Jackie? Marvin interrogates. No. Schneep gasps, going pale. He fights against Chase's hold, but Chase Griffin tightens his grip. Garbled words leak out from his mouth. I can't speak German. Es tut mir bitte Hilfe. His voice goes stop.
He's saying please help, basically.
Yeah. I know bitte. Bitte?
Bitte. I don't
It means please.
Yeah. I think any JSE writer knows that much at least. Honestly, here's the thing. I feel like the JSE
and Scheisse.
I feel like the JSE fandom has an unusual understanding
of the German language for people who don't speak German.
Well, no, of like Wump and mind control, because I feel like I feel like JSE fandom is a bit more of a lumpy one.
That's why I've stayed in it so long, man. Like, everybody is, like, on board and likes, like, the same stuff with the puppet themes, hypnosis, Wump, it's so good! I love it!
I could write an essay on the JSE fandom of the past. I honestly could.
I know, this
fandom deep dive.
Fandom's always made me feel so seen. And it still does. Like, people still like what I do and what I write, and it's still fun.
Like most of the fandom would listen and be like, why are you guys so into control?
Listen, man.
You don't understand.
You don't understand. It's so hard to explain.
The possession. Oh! There's possession in Legend of Vox Machina. I wanted to bring that up the other night, but I forgot.
There's also possession in Pandora Hearts!
Oh my god!
we were talking the other night about how I really want to get Cry into Pandora Hearts because it's my favorite manga of all time. I have all the volumes, and I used to love the anime. Which needs a reboot. It needs a reboot so bad. The story deserves more. It's such a good story. Go read Pandora Hearts! But, I want to get Cry into it. But then Cry is also really into Vox Machina, and I remember I wanted to watch it, but I never really got into it. And so now we're thinking about going back and forth between the two shows so that we both can watch something the other likes.
It's like a recent thing. I watched the first season when it came out, and then I forgot about it during the entirety of the second season. Now the third season is airing, and I'm like, this is good, actually. I never listened to Critical Role, but for some reason, the adaptation just makes it easier for me. Anyway.
Sorry, I was about to say, I never really got into Critical Role either, but,
they took it so seriously. I was much more of an Adventure Zone.
Claire, you also read Pandora Hearts? Yes! I started reading Pandora Hearts when I was in high school. I was in 10th grade? It's an older series, but it's so good. It's like, so, you know how most stories have like plot twists and stuff? Pandora Hearts is one of the biggest plot twists and still blows my mind to this day.
Ooh, I love plot twists.
It's like, I want to talk about it, but you need to know so much in order to get into it. So it's the perfect time for you to start reading Pandora Hearts! If you want to. I remember I had like suddenly like a memory like hit me out of nowhere. So I used to have a really great friend in high school who was a year younger than me, and their name was Michelle, and they loved Pandora Hearts with me. And I was a Japanese weeb nerd, so I would call her Michelu, because that's like, in Japanese, the name Oz is Azu. So, I would call her Michelu. And, I'm pretty sure she might have been the first person, they might have been the first person I ever knew that was trans. Because I remember all of a sudden that they started going by he, him pronouns, or like changing their name to Michi. And we just fell out of touch. I haven't really talked to them since high school. And I remember I was so confused by the fact that they wanted to be called a boy. because all I knew was them was Michelle. And I don't know what they go by now, or if they're still the same way. I should check up on them. They were amazing. They were a really great artists. To be fair, they remind me a lot of Sparky, which, in hindsight, makes a lot of sense now. But yeah, they were my best friend, and we used to, every time that there was a Pandora Hearts chapter, we would run to each other in the cafeteria and talk all about it.
Aww.
And I feel like when Pandora Hearts ended, they still reached out to me to see if I read the last chapter.
Well, did you? I mean, of course you did.
Oh, absolutely. I read it all online, and now I have all the volumes, and actually during the pandemic, I had every single volume except for 2, which ended up being the 2 most requested, or most, like, people were always looking for these 2 volumes. This is volume 22 and 24. No, it was 22 and 20. 24 is the very last one. And for some reason, and this manga is so old now that it's out of print.
Oh.
So, like, it's almost impossible to find these kind of things. Like, you can probably find, like, the first ones here and there. It's almost impossible to find them, and if you do find them, they're like $200.
Oh.
Because they are so especially rare. So I took part of my pandemic check that you got for, you know, not being able to work, and I spent it on manga!
You know, I don't ever think I got one of those.
Oh, well, it was awesome. I'm pretty sure I bought my Switch and then manga with it.
Hell yeah.
0 regrets. I might go read it later on tonight after I read these comics. Anyway, I'm focusing. Anyway, if you can, go online and read Pandora Hearts, and then come back to me and tell me how much you love it. Back to... This has been a really derailed stream. I think
Yeah,
it's just 'cause I'm very tired.
Yeah. He was talking German.
He voice stops abruptly as he shakes his head. You guys get that? Marvin asks, glancing at the others. That was German, right? I couldn't quite make it out, JJ says. We're in the crazy hours. Always. Not a good fit. Chase starts. That voice, it was Schneep's. It definitely came from his mouth, but his accent has disappeared. Unconsciously, Chase's grips loosens. What did you... JD. Schneep! Cries out and throws his head backwards, smashing it at Chase's face. He staggers backward, letting go, and Schneep sprints out of the room. JD gasps and runs after him. JD, wait! Merwin calls. Chase recovers from the blow and bolts after JJ. Stay with Jackie! He shouts over his shoulders, not bothering to look and see if Marvin followed him or not. JJ runs down the hallway and down the stairs to the first floor, with Chase right behind him. They both take the steps 2 at a time until they reach the living room. JJ keeps running after Schneep, even as Chase calls out for him to stop. And then suddenly, JJ freezes in place. He stares at the open doorway leading to the basement. The power is still out, and the staircase descends into pitch black darkness. I forgot that they never fixed the power.
Yep.
So spooky. Everything's just in darkness. Jameson fucking Jackson! Chase stops, breathing heavily. What are you? He doesn't even turn to look at Chase. Instead, he pulls out his phone and turns on the flashlight, running into the darkness of the basement steps. Frustrated, Chase runs after him, pulling out his own phone for light. 14 steps to the bottom of the basement. Chase catches up to JJ on step 10, reaching out and grabbing him to stop him from going further. What the hell, bro? He hisses. Are you crazy? JJ looks at him. He simply signs Schneep's name, combining the signs for H and Doctor, and points down the stairs. He went down here? Chase asks. JJ nods. Well, that's good to know, but we don't need to keep going after him. Why not? Because he's attacking our door with a knife. He fucking stabbed Jackie. I don't think it's a good idea to go after him. Something is wrong, JJ insists, his face stern. Schneep wouldn't do this. He couldn't have made that intercom message saying we'd all die. And how did he fake his death like that? Surely we may have trouble finding a pulse, but where did the blood come from? How did he move around without us noticing? Chase hesitates. These are all good points, but so you think it's a good idea to run after him alone? JJ smiles. You're here now, though. Don't say that like I want to go down to the creepy basement with you. But you're going to anyway, right? JD asks. Chase looks back at the doorway to the basement. It's still open. The living room is dark, but it's still slightly brighter than where they stand now. He turns and stares into the darkness. Anything could be down there. Schneep definitely is. They want to go after him? Or would it be safer to go back upstairs and wait? Ball type!
I'm trying to log into Blue Sky, and for some reason Blue Sky isn't working.
That's weird. I think I heard some people having trouble earlier.
It's probably fine. I'll probably just have to come back later. It's not urgent. I just got curious about if there was anything new.
Yeah.
It's also possible that they got so many new people.
Dude, I think like something in the millions have joined 20 million maybe?
I googled Blue Sky to get to it, and it like one of the top results was Blue Sky shoots to number 5 social media app after Twitter changes how blocks work.
I love that they focus on the block thing, which is also like horrible, but also not that it's a mass exodus of artists because they're doing AI shit.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I only knew that the block thing.
So the there's a AI bot that I never use on Twitter that's called Grok, Grok, and there's something that you can use to opt out to make sure that your tweets don't get used to train Grok's AI. And like you can opt out of it. I forgot to until recently. So that they don't use your stuff, but on November 15th, that's just turning off. Like, you can't opt out of it anymore. And so, that's why a lot of people are leaving, because they don't want their art or their tweets or their words to be used by AI.
This is not even AI. There's nothing intelligent about it.
Yeah. It's artificial, but it's sure ain't intelligent. Boom.
It's the plagiarism machine. That's what it is.
For real.
Like, here's the thing. I do think that this system is not, like, the idea of it. If, like, you could, like, train something that's, like, own your own thing and you own everything in it, then, like, there's nothing morally wrong with that in my eyes. But it's the fact that it's stealing from other people and also starting an energy crisis.
Yes, that too.
Like cryptocurrency before it.
Yeah, why is I understand that it's like we want to like progress stuff and like, you know, figure out new advancements in technology. Why does it have to be at the cost of the fucking planet?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to.
I saw a post on I saw a post on Tumblr that's like a teacher tried to have their make an assignment for like, their kids to like use AI to make pictures of like their OCs basically, and the kids got repeatedly frustrated when it wasn't turning out right, and they were like, "Yes, that's because it's a little easier to communicate with a person."
Yeah, no, exactly. Just hire actual artists. It's just because no one wants to hire anybody anymore.
Yeah, no one wants to work anymore. No one wants to hire anyone anymore. Really,
the worst. I would have so much money if people would just hire me to draw shit.
I have so much money. People hired me. Yeah, I mean, I like my job now, but it does not pay much.
God mood. Though my boss was just telling me yesterday that she wants to like make sure that in the next year that I'd have like extra money to go on trips and like take care of myself and pay my bills, and I'm like, please, I want to go see my partner.
Your boss is great. Your boss is really great.
She is great. But I want people to commission me and then remember that the turnover rate sucks. God, I have not gotten commissioned in months. Probably because I'm not pushing them as much as I should, but like, and I know how hard it is to have money right now, but like, God, I have not gotten commissioned in a long time.
I would commission you for something, but A, I can't think of what, and B, I don't have the money. Like,
Also, I'm making you something for your birthday. I'm still working on it.
I forgot about that!
I haven't had time to sit down and work on it because of the October challenges. I would totally commission you, Huffle, but I don't have a single penny to my name. I feel you. I feel you so bad. It's okay. I have a job. Time to make you draw my twins again. I do enjoy drawing them. Claire has commissioned me several times.
I figured.
Vampire twins, I'm pretty sure. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. I agree that there are some good AI, like AI for like training models for like Spider-Verse, right? Because that's based on their own artwork and their own designs. Or like if AI was used to actually like look for cancer cells, you know? Or like AI to do my chores.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right.
The plagiarism machine is not it.
Yeah. Stop stealing stuff from other people. Use the machine for what it's good at. Looking for trends. Looking for, like, stuff that we can't see as well. You know? Like, the numbers, the blah blah blah.
And for the love of God, don't ask it questions. It's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb. I hate that every time I use Google, it has the AI overview, and because it's the first thing I see, I start to read it, and I'm like, nope, wait, it's AI, I don't care.
Even DuckDuckGo has that now, and it's like, ugh. My mom also, one time, my mom's a college professor. Mm-hmm. She has gotten a couple AI entries on her classwork. My dad, there's always been super easy to spot. There was even one that was just like, as an AI, like the person didn't even read the answer, they just copy pasted like in the as an AI, I have no human experiences to draw on, or something like that.
Jesus, it just makes people lazy too. And like, my dad writes more adult novels, and I understand that it's hard to hire an artist, especially when your artist daughter doesn't want to draw stuff for NSFW with novels, because my art style does not fit what he wants.
No, it very much does not.
It does not. So he uses AI to try to make book covers, and I'm just sitting here like, Dad, I've told you how bad AI is for artists. I know it's hard to hire somebody, but like, and it's probably hard to deal with the fact that you have free art under your house and you can't use it. Though my dad said he would pay me, but like, not enough to look. Not enough to look at another artist. I know, it's such a double standard contradiction kind of thing. I just don't even bother talking about it with him anymore, because like, I don't think I can get to him. It was so frustrating, because like, I am an artist that's being fucking derailed by fucking AI. And he's like, no, it's okay if I use it for my books. Sure, Dad.
There's a D&D podcast I discovered recently that is great, except for the fact that it sometimes uses AI for like the visual representation of things.
Yeah, and lots of art companies are doing it now too, like Grabby on TikTok. Just commission artists. There's so many artists in the world that would love to be able to eat. Anyway, rant over. Back to murder.
I like when we both sense it at the same time. This is where we end the AI rant.
I forgot what the poll result was.
It was continue. I saw it.
Continue, yeah.
Good choice. Wait, what?
What was it? 110.
Up until now, you guys are following the exact route that Tumblr followed when I did this on Tumblr, and had the collective consciousness of my followers decide stuff.
Yeah.
Up until now, you've been following it exactly. This is where it diverges.
Really? I don't remember that we waited upstairs. Huh.
No, they didn't. They did not continue down the stairs after JJ. They were just like, no, we're going upstairs. And then he broke his ankle.
Oh, right. Bling. Oh.
What was that sound?
It says that she started a voice call, but I think that they probably pressed it by accident. Yeah, sorry. You're okay, sir. Alright, fine. Chase relents. I'd rather go down with you than have you go alone. He grips JJ's arm tightly. But we have to be careful, okay? If something happens, we run right away. JJ nods, then turns his attention back to the stairs. He walks down the last few steps and Chase follows him. That's so embarrassing. It's okay, bud. Don't worry about it.
Do not bring it up. Like, there's nothing. We're gonna forget about it.
The basement is unchanged. The dark hallway is lined with closed doors. Chase uses his flashlight to scan the area. Its beam settles on the first door on the right, the door to the room where they found Schneep and Jackie. It was ajar when they last left it, but now it's closed. Chase nudges JJ and points to the door. JJ nods, also noticing this discrepancy. He slowly walks over to it. Chase gets a sinking feeling in his stomach, but doesn't stop him. The two of them crowd around the door as JJ grabs the handle and pushes it inward. Schneep is in the middle of the floor. He kneels right on top of the puddle of blood where he supposedly died, slumped and arms wrapped around himself. His heavy breathing fills the room. Chase really takes in the bloodstains on his clothing. Is this really his friend? He looks so different. As soon as JJ opens the door, Schneep lifts his head and turns to look at the two of them. Chase grabs JJ's hand and starts to pull him back into the hallway. Wait! Schneep cries out in a strangled voice. Chase! Jamie, please! I need... He stops suddenly and clutches his head. Against his better judgment, Chase stops. He looks at JJ, who's wary but doesn't leave. What? You need to make me... Put me... Schneep stumbles over those words. He grips his hair in his hands. You must knock me out. What? Chase blinks in surprise. Of all the things Schneep could have said, that was the most unexpected. Please! Schneep is trembling, straining as if he's holding something heavy above him. No time to explain! Do it fast! Chase looks at JJ, silently asking what they should do. I think we should listen, JJ says. But how? Maybe there's something in this room? Schneep lurches forward. A strangled sound comes from his throat and he starts rocking back and forth. Bite, estu me a bit led bite. That probably butchered that. Liade. I'll have you guys know that I learned Chinese, so Vulcan pinch him. His hands
I know that. Star Trek. I watch Star Trek.
I can't remember what the Vulcan pinch is, but I do know it. But I only watched some of the movies.
He grabs onto someone's shoulder.
Ah, yeah, just like push down.
I had like a phase where what consumed so much Star Trek content, and I was probably too young to really understand it. Why are you yelling, honey?
I watched the movies with Chris Pine. I like Chris Pine.
I also watched those.
I like Chris Pine. He's pretty. And he has a nice voice. He's like one of my few celebrity crushes. Also because he voiced one of my actual childhood crushes. Jack Frost.
He voiced Jack Frost?
He voiced Jack Frost!
Huh, I didn't know that. In Rise of the Guardians?
In Rise of the Guardians, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What are you doing, honey?
Hi, Annie. I just wasn't my dog is with me.
For those of you who don't know, my cat Honey, for some reason, sometimes late at night, likes to wander around the house going like, meow! Usually with some sort of fuzzy item in her mouth that she has quote-unquote hunted.
So cute. I love cats.
It's very cute, but it is very strange. Because she's the only one of our cats that does that.
I want a cat so badly. Why is my family allergic? And I might be slightly allergic because I was at I did a painting party at a vet clinic this week, and I touched a cat, and then on the way home my throat was itchy and I sneezed like 4 times.
Oh no.
But also it was like the coldest day that we've had so far, so I was like, it could have been seasonal allergies.
Maybe.
Because I've been around my friend's cat before and felt nothing, so.
My dad we thought he might be allergic when we got our first cat years ago.
I mean,
he's not. Or he's very mildly allergic if he is.
Ironically, the cat that I had at the vet clinic, his name was Alex. Actually, can I show you guys a video?
If you're asking about my cat is Honey, and then there's another one named Apollo. And my sister had like another. Hamlet is the sweetest boy. We have two more cats actually. Hamlet and Sugar, and for a while Hamlet was like the family cat. For a while we were both family cats, but then my sisters both took them. I didn't feel too strongly about AJ taking Sugar, but Hamlet really bonded with me before my other sister took him, and I'm so sad about it.
I was gonna show you guys, Alex, because he's really cute. He had little boots.
Booties.
Where's my live from Discord? There it is. Wow, everything is really weirdly positioned here.
God, we are getting so off track this stream.
Shh, cat. I don't have a cat named Alex. It was at the vet clinic that I was working at this past week.
Wow. Yes, we will give you all the attention if you will come here, so I can see it.
Okay, I have to show you. This little cutie was the head vet clinic's cat, and he was walking around. Look at his little boots and his little mane. And
big cat.
Yeah, he was meowing the whole time to get him to let out. And he was on top of my suitcase sniffing right before I left.
Okay. You're so cute. Thanks for keeping us company today.
Nah.
But also possibly made me sneeze on the way home. My 30-minute drive home.
He does have he is a very long hair cat. It's possible that you're like slightly allergic. Yeah. But like short hair cats aren't a problem for you.
Possibly. Yeah, because my friend's cat, Midas, is a short hair.
Oh my god, imagine a universe where Martin Magnificent is allergic to cats.
The worst fate imaginable. Can't even. He'd be like, I represent a thing that I could never touch. This is the worst.
I guide people to a treasure I could never possess.
Okay, focusing.
There's a man having a mental breakdown.
Yeah. His eyes are so wide, the whites can be seen all the way around the pupil. Okay. Chase rushes forward, grabbing Schneep by the shoulders and holding him still. JJ, find something! JJ nods. He shines his flashlight beam around the room. It's filled with cardboard boxes. JJ starts opening the nearest one, glancing inside. Chase feels Schneep shaking beneath his hands. The tremors get stronger and stronger, and Chase shifts to kneeling on the ground so he can wrap his arms around Schneep's torso. JJ? Chase calls, trepidation in his voice. Suddenly, Schneep stops moving. A hiss comes from his mouth, an actual hiss like an animal, and grabs Chase's arms, nails, digging into his skin. Before he can do anything, JJ runs over, swinging something in both hands. Chase leans back out of the way and clang! The weapon hits Schneep in the side of the head. Schneep slumps, instantly unconscious. Chase lets out Chase let out a sigh of relief, a knot of tension unraveling in his chest. What is that? JJ holds up the object he found, a crowbar. He puts it on the ground and signs, in a box. Yeah. Chase looks down at Schneep. Hope that didn't do anything permanent. How long will he be out? Not long enough, JD says. We need to do something. Okay, what if we lock him in a room? I think... Chase pats Schneep's pockets and pulls out two things. The house keys and some sort of tool. What is... Oh, it's a box cutter. Let's, take that. Here, you take these. He hands both objects to JJ and then puts his phone in his pocket. He dropped it in the blood and he cringes as he picks it up again and stands up. He picks up Schneep, carrying him. I don't think it's a good idea for him to be in the room with the power box. Let's try to find somewhere else down here. How about across the hall? JJ nods in agreement. The two of them leave the room and walk across the first door. walk across to the first door on the left. It's locked, but JJ finds the right key and unlocks it. As he pushes the door open, he pauses. This is a lot heavier than doors upstairs, he notes. What? Chase is confused. Okay. I guess maybe he won't be able to break it down then? That's good. Now hurry. The two of them step into the room and immediately stop, shocked by what they see. The room is completely devoid of furniture, but its walls are plastered with different papers. The one directly across from them is filled with what looks like newspaper articles, while to the left are photographs and maps, and to the right are papers ripped from books and handwritten notes. Everything is old, yellowed, and fragile looking. The only empty spots on the wall are where things have fallen down. What the fuck? Chase breathes. JJ looks a bit pale. We should probably find some other room. Yeah, you want to check out the basement. Hey, you want to check out the basement. You didn't want to look at whatever the fuck this is? Dude, we need to find some place to put Schneep first. Yeah, but what the fuck? This is probably important. You don't want to look at it now? Check out the room now, go to 168 to find somewhere else to put Schneep, put 169.
I gotta go, I think I gotta go refill the cat bowls. I think that's why she's meowing.
Wait, what?
I think Honey's meowing because the bowls are empty.
Oh. I'm hungry! Feed me!
Yeah, she's never done that before, I think. I'll be right back.
Okay. Candy. It's very weird to eat candy by myself while there's dramatic music playing. This is the life of a streamer. This could happen to you, kids. I think it's fucking good, dude. Yeah, that's great.
I know how. I'm back.
Welcome back. Ow!
What the?
I hit my
Extremely
candy.
loud.
Yeah.
Anyway, cat bowls are refilled. My cats are babies.
Meanwhile, when Winnie is hungry, she'll bother you and poke you, and then she'll shake her ears a lot.
Shake her ears?
Yeah, that's kind of how way she gets attention. So, Winnie is a long-eared dog, right? So, when they shake their ears, it's like, makes a flap flap sound. And she also knows that it shakes her collar and makes the jiggle jiggle sound.
I thought she was a short-eared dog this whole time.
No, she's a floppy-eared dog.
Well, yeah, floppy. But they're short and floppy, right?
Oh, yeah, they're short and floppy. They're not like a basset hound.
Yeah.
No, she's pity ears. She's a pity Rottweiler mix. 68! That's almost 69.
It's so funny because, like, that's, like, everyone's always, like, pit bulls and Rottweilers, they'll attack your kids, and, like, she's the sweetest dog I ever met.
She is the sweetest girl. No, like, literally the stereotype of... Oh, we're going to another room. Okay, I'm on the wrong one. The stereotype that pit bulls and Rottweilers are, like, vicious dogs is so funny because they're really not. Like, have you ever seen a little Rottweiler's face or a pit bull's face when they're, like, being pet by somebody? They just have the biggest smiles on their face. They're just like...
I do know that there was a guy in one of my college classes who had, like, a puppy Rottweiler. It was adorable. And he brought her in for one class.
I, like, never even realized how much Winnie looks like a Rottweiler until after we got her results back, because we always thought she was a pit bull golden retriever mix, because we knew she was a pitty because she has like that face. But then like I remember afterwards I saw videos of Rottweilers on like TikTok, and I just see Winnie's face, like her little squishy face.
Squish. Squishy face.
She's a baby. I miss her. She's not in here. She's with my parents. And I felt like I barely saw her today, because as soon as she's get out of my room after I feed her in the morning, she's such a bitch. This morning, I fed her like earlier than I was gonna get up, like at like 11:30. I wanted to get up at noon, and everyone, like my parents were out to breakfast, and my parents were out to breakfast, and so no one else was around, and so I had to make sure I had the weight on the trash can, because she'll go and eat it out of the trash can, and that there was no other food out, because I wanted to go back and lay down, and then I couldn't go back to sleep because I got hungry, so I went to go out, and she was laying on the bed, the guest bed, in the dark, in the playroom, so in that bed that you're in, right? She's just over there, and I'm like, Winnie, really? You could have come and slept with me, but you decided to go all the way in there? Not even on the couch? Look at spam chat and unearthly observers. Why am I looking? I had this muted for a reason, so I wouldn't get distracted. Oh no.
Oh man.
Aww. Oh, right. Phantom's still in New York.
Yeah.
Out of context, actually, I'm not sure I should share this. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah. Everything's good, though.
Bad news.
Just bad
Sad news.
Yeah. Sad news. Well, Phantom's
People
out of town.
Yeah. No one's hurt. Well,
No one's hurt. We're good.
Yeah.
But, God, sucky timing. Anyway, let's read about more murders. People are cruel. Some people are. Not everyone, though. I really like to believe that. We can look at it later, JJ signs firmly. We need to prioritize. Chase sighs. Yeah, you're right. JJ reaches over and closes the door. The two of them turn their attention down to the hall. Let's check out the next room, JJ suggests, walking to the next door on the right. I'll be sad with you. He takes the keys out and unlocks it, pushing this one open and shining his flashlight inside. Then he gasps, his phone slipping from his hand. What is it? Chase hurries over, clutching Schneep to his chest. JJ? For a moment, JJ is too stunned to respond. Chase looks into the dark room but can only see shadowy shapes. Then JJ recovers and picks up his phone again, shining his light inside. Chase's mouth drops open, horrified. The room beyond could have been taken out of a horror movie. Its main centerpiece is a table with chains attached to it, as well as a couple chairs with leather straps. On the wall are blades and sharp instruments like you would find in a butcher shop. Other horrible things are piled along the edges, saw blades and hooks and things Chase doesn't even want to think about. Everything is rusted and rotted, clearly having been unused for decades. The only new thing in the room is a metal box, some sort of freezer. What? Chase can't even say anything. He and JJ stand frozen in the doorway for a full minute before Chase finally manages to squeak out, "Why is this in the basement of Jack's cabin?" JJ slowly shakes his head slowly. The sound of footsteps echo from the staircase. Both of them stiffen in unison and spin around to stare down the hallway just as time to see Marvin. Let's put him in there! Strap him down! No, Clara! No! Bad Clara!
If I told you that I considered that.
No! No! Actually, that would be interesting.
There's no out where it actually happens. But I considered something like that.
I'm like, the only other route I can think about where someone asked to be restrained was JJ.
Yeah, no, something similar kind of happened in one of JJ's endings.
Really? Why can't I remember that one?
It's a very specific ending. It doesn't repeat.
Huh.
I think it's called From One Basement to Another.
I may have to ask you. I know I read all of them, and I can't remember.
We can maybe look it up later.
Yeah. Both of them step in unison and spin around to stare down the hallway, just in time to see Marvin reach the bottom of the staircase. Marvin! Chase gasps. Marvin stops in surprise, raising a pan from the kitchen ready to swing, but he relaxes. You guys are okay, he breathes. Thank fuck. Yeah, we're okay, Chase says. Did you bring a frying pan? Really? Hey, this thing is heavy! I didn't want to touch any of the knives in the kitchen, but I wanted some sort of weapon to defend myself, so... Marvin shakes his hand and drops the pan on the ground. This isn't the time. What happened? Why is Schneep asleep? We knocked him out. Chase says slowly. Marvin, this room it's impossible. What the fuck is going on here? How's Jackie? JJ asks, changing the subject. He's fine, but we should go back after we check this out. Hang on, I'll be right there. Marvin walks into the room across the hall, the one with the fuse box. He needs to talk while he's in there, shouting so the others can hear him. I tried calling and texting you guys to see if everything was okay, but nothing went through. I guess the cell reception is still down. Probably a good thing, looking back on it. If you guys were hiding and the ringing gave you away, that would have been terrible. A pause. Got it! Suddenly the hallway lights turn on. Marvin leaves the room and comes over to join the others. I didn't want to keep being dark. Freaky. Anyway, what's in this room that's got you so freaked out? Chase and JJ just stepped to the side wordlessly, with JJ making sure to keep shining his flashlight into the room. Marvin steps forward, then backs away again. What the fuck? Yeah. Chase breathes. Yeah. What is this? Marvin reluctantly feels along the wall on the inside of the room until he finds a light switch. He flicks it on, and a couple bare bulbs light up the scene. Even the dim light they provide is enough to throw the scene into stark relief. Is this a torture basement? It must be, JJ says. Why is this in Jack's cabin? I don't know. Chase shakes his head. Maybe it's a set of some kind, like for filming? One of Jack's YouTube videos? It looks too real, Marvin mutters. He hesitantly takes a step inside. JJ follows while Chase stays in the doorway. Marvin walks over to the freezer and lifts up the lid. He gasps and drops it again. There are blood bags in here. Definitely real. And it's all so old, JJ says. Except for that freezer. I bet all of this is as old as the papers in the other room. The what? Oh yeah, we checked this room before. Marvin Chase walks back over to the first room. We wanted to look somewhere else because we thought this was creepy. He laughs. Marvin and JJ walk over, and Marvin turns on the light in the room. He inhales sharply. What the shit? He hesitates, then walks into the room. When nothing happens, he hurries across the opposite wall and starts scanning the newspapers. What is it? Chase asks. These are all about bodies being found, Marvin says. They're all victims of a killer. The foolish slasher. What the fuck? Is this trophy wall? JJ gasps, and Marvin turns back around to look at him. Do you think that killer is here? These are from the 1920s, so no, Marvin says. But this could have been where it happened. Do you think Schneep saw this when he came down to turn on the power? And he decided to mimic it? Why would he do that? JJ asks. Schneep has problems, but not problems like that. And that doesn't explain a scream pierces the air. Chase flinches. The sound comes from Schneep, now awake in his arms. Before anyone can react, Schneep slams his fist into Chase's face. Chase yells and instinctively drops Schneep. The Ashley! The Ashley slasher! Chase yells and instinctively drops Schneep, who scrambles to his feet and runs out the door. Hey!
Huffle, can you start from the punch again? Can you start reading from the punch?
Oh, yeah. Chase flinches. The sound comes from Schneep, now awake in his arms. Before anyone can react, Schneep slams his fist into Chase's face. Chase yells. I figured it was something like that. Chase yells and instinctively drops Schneep, who scrambles to his feet and runs out the door. Hey! Marvin shouts, running across the room and out the hall after him. Chase and JJ follow right after them. Schneep runs up the stairs, the others following right behind. Marvin tries to grab him but barely misses. A second after that, Schneep is at the top. He runs out of the basement door, then turns around and slams it closed just as the other three reach it. Chase tries pushing the door open, but Schneep is holding it closed on the other side. Then there's a click from the doorknob. JJ grabs it and tries to turn it, but it won't move. He locked us in, he says. How? We have the keys. Marvin goes white. Jackie! Jackie! Shit! Chase pounds on the door. We gotta get through! JJ, unlock this! He glances down the doorknob. No, wait, there's no lock on this side. What the fuck? Marvin laughs darkly. I guess that makes sense. He rattles the doorknob again. This door looks a lot sturdier than the one in the bedroom. We need a tool. Is there time for that? Chase asks. I don't know. To get a tool, use brute force.
What do you think will be faster? Our life is in your hands. Whoa, ha 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 ha. Evil laughter soundbite would actually be really fun.
Why evil laugh when I can just do it?
Oh, that's very good, actually.
I'm really good at evil laughs.
When I was a kid, I wanted to have a cool evil laugh. I never came up with, I never got one though.
Use a tool, brute force. And then there's Sparky, who with his genuine laugh sounds like a fucking supervillain. And it's one of my favorite things in the world. If he really gets into laughter and starts going crazy, he literally sounds like he's plotting to destroy the entire the tri-state area.
The entire tri-state area! Yeah, I just looked it up. Etymology is the study of insects.
No, I used to practice because I wanted to be able to voice more Unreal lines. She has a very, like, unhinged laugh that's like... you know?
Yeah. I don't think Nega has a good evil laugh. I don't think they have the capability to laugh. They're full of anger.
Unreal just looks at them like, you're no fun.
God,
where's your sense of whimsy and wonder?
It really would be so funny if they didn't get along.
We got a tie. Use a tool of Bruce Force. What should we do?
I think much changes. Brute force.
Okay, cool.
I think all it changes is like
what they
how
can
close.
do. Yeah. Was it 224 or 244? 244. That's a big jump.
There are a lot of branches in the Schneep route. You guys have successfully avoided so many injuries that are possible.
Yeah. Wait, I remember. Cheese gas. We can use the crowbar. Wait, this is a tool. We're using brute force.
It doesn't really matter all that much.
Well, that was your decision, and I'm sticking to it. Ah, fuck, we can't waste a moment. Chase backs up. Move, guys. I'm gonna break it down. JD pushes Marvin out of the way while Marvin says, aim for near the handle. That's where it's supposed to be weakest. Got it. Chase takes a few breaths to psych himself up, staring at the door. It's heavier than the other ones upstairs, but it's still wood. It shouldn't be that hard, right? He braces one foot against the ground, then smack! Hits the door right above the handle. I heard something break, JD says. Do it again! Marvin shouts. Okay. Chase nods. Hang on. His leg aches a bit from the impact. He takes a step closer to the door. The last one felt like it was about to fall down the stairs, and kicks again. This time, the noise of the splitting word is louder. The others don't have to say anything. Chase braces himself, then kicks a third time. Slam! The door flies open. Chase stumbles and almost falls, but Marvin catches him. You okay? He asks. I'm fine. Chase regains his balance and starts running. Now, let's go get Jackie.
Fun fact, Chase in this story is the second physically strongest of the group. After Jackie, obviously.
I'm like, that feels surprising, but considering the others are Schneep, JJ, and Marvin, it's actually not. I'm like, thinking about it, I'm like, I'm like, thinking about it, like, Schneep is a fucking beanpole. And he hardly sleeps, and he consists of a diet of only coffee. And then Marvin is Marvin. And JJ is probably could beat up you, like, slash at you and stuff. But, like, he's probably not physically strong. He's not physically strong. He's probably more agile and nimble.
Yeah. I do think he would fall into, like, the third athletic category.
Yeah.
So, like, no.
Jackie, Auntie, Chase. I can see that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Wait, why did you say Auntie?
You said Jackie.
Jackie, Auntie, Chase.
Yeah.
I forgot. No, it's Jackie, Chase, JJ is what I thought.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about Schneep.
No, Schneep is,
Or not Schneep, I meant Chase. I meant Chase. Sorry, I'm getting really tired.
We're on the telephone. I don't think we're going to be able to do a second route this time.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Veto, next time we do a Choose Your Own Adventure, we got to do a Marvin one. He's been neglected for too long.
Yeah. Maybe we should do a second one tomorrow.
Maybe. I think it'd be cool if other people, like, I know fanfics night is just like us, but I think it'd be cool if
I really want. I think that Farky would have so much fun if he came. I really need to convince him. Maybe if I go on voice chat tomorrow.
Maybe.
I think he'd have a fun time, especially because, like, we start over basically every time we start. Anyway, we're focusing. I'm focusing. I love this little Schneep drawing right here. I'm
Aww.
Fine, let's go get Jackie. They run across the living room, up the stairs to the second floor, and down the hallway to Jackie's bedroom. The door is wide open. The three of them rush inside, but stop just a few steps after the doorway. Schneep is there. So is Jackie. He put on his hoodie over the bandages around his torso, but that proved to be a bad idea. Schneep now holds him by the front of it, one hand clutching the fabric. Schneep's other hand holds another kitchen knife, raised up, and the end pointing at Jackie's throat. Jackie's hands are wrapped around Schneep's wrist, trying to push the knife away, but he doesn't even have the strength to stand up, much less fight off his former friend. His eyes land on the three in the doorway and shakes his head. "Get out of here," he whispers. Nobody moves. "Schneep," Chase says, surprised at the steel in his voice. "Oh. Schneep," Chase says, surprised at the steel in his voice. "Put Jackie down." Schneep's head turns to look at the three in the doorway. He smiles. It's not his smile. "This won't take too long," he says in a voice that lacks his usual accent. "I don't know what the fuck's going into you, but this isn't you," Marvin says. "You wouldn't." Schneep laughs, interrupting him. "This isn't you," he repeats. "That's funny. That really is. What's gotten into you? That's also funny. You don't even know, do you? You all just think your insane friend has snapped. That's what the papers will say in the morning. I suppose that's one benefit to this ill fit." "You're not insane," JJ says. "Whatever you're going through, we can still help." Schneep blinks, looking confused at JJ's gesturing. "What are you?" His eyes widen. He gasps suddenly, and he pulls the knife away from Jackie. "My friends," he whispers. "There's something inside. You have to run. I cannot." His body shudders again, and the grip of the knife handle tightens. "Get out of here," Jackie pleads weakly. "Please. You guys can still..." "We're not leaving you," Chase says stubbornly. "You're not leaving at all," Schneep says, a cruel light in his eyes. He lifts the knife again, raising it to Jackie's neck. Jackie gasps and tries once more to push his hand away, but he can't. The blade stops only an inch from his throat. "None of you. Only me." There has to be some way out of this. Chase's eyes dart around the room. He sees Marvin and JJ do the same. "Shouldn't have left that pan downstairs," Marvin mutters. "Still 3-on-1. JJ shakes his head. "We can't fight him." There's no time to think. They have to figure something out quickly. Alright, it's talk or attack. What should we do? Huh?
I think this particular branch is the route in which they take the longest to reach the, like, possession conclusion.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Which makes sense. It was the first route I really worked on.
Yeah.
So, like, but, like, by the time you get to, like, writing the same twist over and over, you're like, at some point there's gonna be some circumstances where they figure it out faster.
Yeah. Oh shit, we gotta run an ad. I'll do a short one. Instead of our 3-minute one.
Attack for free! Attack for free!
It's getting late. I fucking
really
Marvin John. Hey, it looks great. Probably you want to see my now going to be 2-day late sketch for October challenges?
Yeah.
So this one's...
Oh, that's a... Ooh.
So the prompt is loss of identity. And...
Oh, wow.
What's it called?
It's a dark prompt.
It's technically it's revenge, but the ones I'm using is loss of identity, and then the quote, "I see what's mine and take it." And I was like, that's a magnificent... Yeah, I see. It's from Adversary Close, yeah.
The animatics, I used to imagine.
Yeah. So this is young Magnificent seeing the loss of his identity.
That's good, actually. Mm. You know what would be a crazy universe for the guys to visit in roleplay?
What?
A universe in which like Magnificent actually like got pulled back to the brink. And
yeah,
like,
because I was reading like my thoughts on that the other day in Library of Fanfics. Like, what if he was actually everybody's friend? And I actually came up with a small scenario of them actually all meeting each other and being friends. That would be crazy, yeah.
There would be like no villain in that universe. Well, there would be villains, but like...
Yeah, but there'd be no main ego villain, unless I made it Alt, somehow. Because he's still the anti of the universe.
Sclera could be the villain. That'd be interesting.
Who could be the villain?
Sclera. The organization.
Oh, Sclera, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. Sclera's definitely a villain.
Maybe we could add that universe into the Glitch Squad reunion.
I was thinking it might be fun to add the Glitch Squad.
It could be like the final universe they go to.
Yeah.
It was like basically everyone's friends, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" After we experienced like a million universes where someone was evil.
Yeah. Alt would think this is the weirdest universe yet. He's like, I know that I'm friends with lots of Marvins in other universes, but this one, I don't trust this one.
This one is weird. Yeah, he would not be comfortable at all.
No. He'd be like shaking other him by the shoulders, be like, "Get out now!" He's gonna turn on you.
He would be like the first time they see him, he'd like attack on sight. I just know it.
Oh, absolutely. God, this is fun to think about. But we gotta finish the story.
Yeah.
We're attacking.
Which is very interesting.
I know, very interesting.
One time they did this, they got to this, their branch of this, and they decided to talk him down.
331. Chase's hand drifts to his pocket, and then he remembers the box cutter. He took it from Schneep in the basement. Maybe... Schneep, we don't want to hurt you, he says slowly. Schneep laughs. Then you're a bit outmatched, aren't you? The knife moves a bit closer to Jackie's throat. I don't have any problems hurting you. That's because you're not Schneep, are you? Marvin says accusingly. The knife stops. Jackie is trying not to breathe. So one of you isn't an idiot, says the voice coming from Schneep's mouth. Not that it matters in the long run. I'm going to kill your friend, you know. It doesn't change anything if you know the truth or not. No, you're not, Chase shouts. He pulls out the box cutter and rushes forward. Marvin is right beside him. Schneep, or whoever it is taken by surprise. The others reach him before he can react properly, with Chase swiping at his arms with the cutter. It cuts through the sleeve easily enough, and Schneep yells and lets go of Jackie. Simultaneously, Marvin tackles Schneep, knocking him against the wall right by the open window. JJ hurries forward, kneeling by Jackie's side on the floor. Marvin grabs Schneep's wrist, preventing him from using the knife he still holds. Chase breathes heavily. That was too easy. And then Schneep laughs again. It's not his laugh. You idiots! You don't even know what you're dealing with, do you? We're dealing with some asshole murderer who should be dead, Marvin says through gritted teeth. Now, get out of our friend! You really know nothing, the voice whispers. That's not how it works. And I am so much more than just some murderer. The light overhead.
So much. I think I use the phrase "so much more than something" several times in this. That's a Soda Princess reference. The Beast says that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to add that in before everything goes to shit here.
The lights overhead, on again now that Marvin turned on the power, flicker, and then suddenly go out. The room is pitch black, but for a gray square of light from the window. Marvin shouts. Chase feels himself shoved aside and drops the box cutter. There's a strangled yell. No! Jackie shrieks, running, rustling fabric, thumps and thuds, and then the light turns on again, and everyone sees Schneep crouched on top of Jackie with his knife buried in his chest. Marvin screams. Chase feels sick. JD stares on it in horror. A smile stretches across Schneep's face, then abruptly drops. His body spasms, then he gasps and jerks backwards. No! He shouts. No! 9! Jackie! Jackie's chest rises and falls heavily. He looks up at Schneep and smiles weakly. It's okay. He breathes. His chest shudders once more, then goes still. Jackie! Chase breathes. Jackie! Jackie! He can't say anything else. Schneep staggers to his feet, clutching his head. Tears leak from his eyes. 9! He shakes his head, walking backwards, eyes fixed on Jackie lying there. You bastard! Marvin shouts. Rage fills his voice. He surges forward and grabs Schneep. Fuck you! Get away! Schneep struggles against Marvin's grip. I'm dangerous. I need to... He wrenches himself free, losing his balance. He stumbles backwards until he hits the windowsill of the open window, then... he's gone. Chase stares at the empty space in disbelief. Marvin runs over and looks out, then turns and sprints out of the room, leaving Chase and JJ alone. With Jackie. JD kneels on the ground. He picks up Jackie and cradles his head in his lap. Chase stumbles over and claps next to him. I can't... This can't be... But it was. He reaches out and checks for a pulse just in case they were wrong before. Touching Jackie's wrist and neck. There's nothing. Only cooling flesh. JD bends over, silent sobs shaking his shoulders, and closes Jackie's eyes. As he does, Chase's vision starts to blur as tears cloud his own eyes. He wants to sit there and sink into misery, but he can't. He staggers to his feet. I have to find Marvin, he says. Do you want to stay here? JD nods. I'll watch him until the police arrive. Right. Chase forgot that they called them. I'll be right back. And he turns and leaves the room. He finds Marvin on the first floor, standing in the living room and staring at the door leading to the bathroom. There's a chair from the kitchen pushed under the handle. Marvin glances at him. Hi. Chase nods and walks over, standing next to him. Where's... I put him in there. Marvin points to the bathroom door. He's unconscious, but still alive. I think something's broken, too, but still alive. He pauses. Where's JJ? Still upstairs. Chase reports. He wants to stay with... Right. Marvin nods. That makes sense. He breathes in shakily. It makes... He grabs Chase and bursts into tears, collapsing against him. Chase stumbles. He doesn't push him away. He wraps his arms around Marvin and lets him cry, screaming wails buried into his shirt. They don't move. Not until they hear the sounds of the siren echo through the forest. The cabin was located in Scanrow Forest, an hour and a half away from nearby towns of Asphodel. One of the party members, Jackie Mann, 30, was killed in the attack, but the others escaped unharmed. The police have released a statement saying that they believe the fifth occupant of the cabin, a Dr. Henrik von Schneepelstein, 31, was the intruder the others had called about. Dr. Schneepelstein was recovered with a broken leg and a concussion that he claims happened when he fell from one of the cabin's second-story windows. He has pleaded guilty to assaults, while also denying he was responsible. This confusion, along with erratic and violent behavior, has led to his admittance to Silver Hills Mental Hospital for a psychological evaluation. The owner of the cabin, Jack McLaughlin, 32, was contacted for a statement. But when the police were unable to reach him, they found entry into his house and found Mr. McLaughlin asleep and unable to be awoken. Doctors at St. Mark's Hospital have confirmed that the man is in a coma, though the cause is unknown. The police say they do not suspect McLaughlin of being personally involved with the attack, but he may have been an accomplice. Ending reached. Final guys. Alter 1.
Fun fact. The final guy's name comes from the final girl trope in like horror movies.
Oh yeah.
Which there's always like one surviving girl, but like there's no girls in this story, so.
Final guys.
And also, double fun fact: Silver Hills is a reference to another one of my works, the PW timeline,
which I still need to read more of.
It's a very interesting one.
It's very good.
It's very. I quite enjoy it. I feel like it's underrated.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I wasn't interested in it at first because, like, PW is more of, like, this kind of, like, story where there's not a lot of magical or supernatural stuff. It is very much more of a, they killed Jackie, you bastards. Yep, they killed Jackie.
They killed Jackie. There's an ending in all of the Schneep where at least one person died.
Yep. I remember reading all of them for the first time. Back to back to back. It was crazy. Anyway, I was one of the beta readers, so.
Yeah.
What did I say? Oh, PW is it's more of a, realistic story where there's not, like, a bunch of magic or blah, blah, blah. And so, at first, it didn't interest me at first.
Yeah. I always thought of it as a thriller.
Yeah. But then I started reading some of it to get ready for visiting the PW roleplay world in a roleplay, and I was like, this is so good. I'm at the edge of my seat. Like, it's so good. It's so good. And I'm still really behind. But it's so good. I need to catch up with so many stories. I just haven't had time to read lately. It's killing me inside. Yeah. But I'm off tomorrow. I can do so much reading. But I also have so much. I need a shower. I need to draw.
Shower. You definitely shower.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it is late. It is 1:35 in the morning for me. I'm tired. But this was very fun. We got very distracted this time. There hasn't been one of a small violin. Yeah, so sad. Yeah, we haven't only read one route during one of these before. Ow, I've been hydrating, I swear. I acted my butt off in that last one. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I think we might. I hope I didn't like concern like my brother or something. I was gonna say, we are probably gonna stream something tomorrow. I'm not sure what yet, though.
Yeah.
Maybe Inscription. Maybe
something will happen.
I don't know what else we play. I have Date of Death. I have.
We can't do Danganronpa without Phantom.
Yeah, we can't do Danganronpa without Phantom. So hopefully something I can get Art and Sparky to join. I would love to do more Inscription, but I'm sure not. We can do Call to the Lamb. We could. I'm trying to look for spooky games.
Call to the Lamb is a real good one.
Wait, what?
Call to the Lamb is a good one.
Yeah.
It's just like talking through. It's just a good stream.
I do have Indigo Park, which I'm bad at. Maybe Sparky also has Indigo Park, and we wanted to play that.
I know that like the whole point of Indigo Park is that it's mascot horror. Maybe I'm a mascot horror fan, so it's actually good. But I don't like the mascot. Something about the mascot rubs me the wrong way.
That's totally fair. I really like Ramley's voice actor, and the animation's really good. But also, a certain somebody really liked it, so.
Yeah. That too.
We always play more Jackbox too.
Halloween Jackbox.
Yeah, we can get Sparky. I also have Monster Prom. I got. We can't play Sucker for Love though without Phantom. Phantom would be sad if we did that without him.
Yeah.
We already finished. We just did a playthrough Return of the Oberdin. Not be fun to do again so soon.
Are you sure about that? I'm kidding.
I mean, I love the Return of the Oberdin, but anyway, maybe I'll put a poll up in the morning. Are we gonna fuck the robot? We could.
What? Oh, Monster Prom.
What is like? What robot are you talking about? If I can find like free games or something, I can afford. I don't get paid again until Tuesday, so.
Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah, maybe.
Not a fan of that.
I'm just like Doki Doki Literature Club takes so much like build up, and I feel like everybody knows the thing with it now. You know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I guess it would be like an examination of like, is it still scary if you know what's gonna happen or something?
Yeah.
But, like, I only brought it up because I know it's free.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I'll probably put a poll up on either Blue Sky or Tumblr tomorrow. If you don't follow me on Blue Sky, I might make a separate, just like StreamBuds Blue Sky. Maybe. I'm not sure. But you guys can check us out over there. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And if not, you can join us next week for more fanfics. Hooray! Yippee!
Yay!
Oh my gosh, my model got broken, I think, by using Unreal. I don't know if you guys can see. When I move this way, my arm pops up. It's weird. Anyway. Gotta work on that now. Love that for me. Anyway, we will. Yeah, glad you guys could join. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, and if not, we'll see you guys next week for more fanfics. See you then.
Yay.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.